For you, the president.
That's Not Why You Called. Hosted by Lefty.
I deserve to be blown.
Dr. Chiz.
One more chance.
Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. It's That's Not Why You Called.
And here we go.
Oh, that's not nice, Mr. Chiz. That's not nice at all. Anyway, welcome to That's Not Why You Called, episode number 6. Welcoming all of you. I am your host, Lefty. I am flanked, our lovely producer is flanked by Dr. Chiz, my co-host. You can follow him at Dr. Chiz on Twitter. Also find his YouTube link in the description. And our lovely producer is at Little Miss Katie. She is Katie. Katie, hello. Say hi. She does a great job. A lot of people say shit. A lot of people, like, is it every week that we have to explain exactly what Katie does on the show?
She's supposed to talk, right? A lot.
Yeah, right. She's supposed to talk about things and and talk about topics that we bring up. No, Katie's...
See, the problem is she's an expert in mythology, and we don't really dive into those topics.
No. She's also got a minor in mathematics. It's weird. So
all theoretical shit.
If we want to talk about
if
we want to talk about Taylor series, she's all about it. She's like, oh, let me tell you a thing or two about Taylor series. But talking about video games and YouTube and I don't know, any of the other stupid crap we talk about, she's just like, nah, whatever, plebeians. Plebeians, I give
right over her head.
She does this a lot too. She does when we reference things like, we're like, Katie, what should we talk about? And Chiz and I throw it around and she says, plebeians, do not even come to me with those trivial tidbits.
When we get to string theory, though, she'll be like, I'm on board now.
String theory, yes, we can talk about that. Anyway, if you want to get in touch with the show, hashtag TNWYC on Twitter is how you talk to us and how you say hello and all those great things. We'll see it. Katie actually does a lot for the show. She manages or keeps an eye on the hashtag TNWYC Twitter feed. That's how you get in touch with the show. Obviously, you have the comments on YouTube. But this is a more direct way, and she keeps us on time. She keeps us going to breaks, and she was actually admonishing me for being almost late to starting to the show. She was like, because we were making fun of her before the show started about being a producer, and then she was like, "Oh, really, motherfucker? 1 minute to the show starts. Where you at?" And then 30 seconds, and then you better get your fat ass up. So
she got snippy.
She got snippy. So
put it polite.
What? Oh, okay. Make me look like the bad guy. Right.
She made Stalin look like a good guy.
Stalloon? Is that like Stalin's cousin?
said Stalin.
Okay. Oh, because you had a cigarette in your mouth that sounded stupid.
Well, he might be the Mexican equivalent of Stalin.
I am Stallone.
Stallone.
I am Joseph Stalin's cousin, Stallone.
I want to get right into the tangent right away. I went through. I know you don't care about the game, but I'm going to give you the scenario. I was playing Risk Factions, and they have a campaign mode, and it's a different version of Risk.
Can you at least take the cigarette out of your mouth so you can?
I can enunciate with anything in my mouth. Not the first time I've said that, by the way. And you verse different things, like you verse humans, giant cats, robot zombies, and then Yetis. When you get to the cat one, for some reason the cat is Mexican or Latin descent because he's saying C. I thought that was a little weird / racy.
Wait, so wait, why are you fighting gigantic kittens in Risk again?
I don't understand it either. There's different races. Instead of just the colors, they give them an actual race and associate things with them.
It's like the blue barracudas and the
yeah. It's like gray is zombies. I don't know. They did
it's not purple monkeys. It's purple parakeets, right?
You're racist.
No, I'm talking about Legends of the Hidden Temple, you dick. I want to know the different ones. There was green barracudas all the way, or blue barracudas. Fuck! It's blue barracudas, green monkeys, silver something.
Silver Surfer?
No, not Silver Surfer. That was an awful Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Was it the Rhino?
Bad. No, it's silver something. I don't know exactly what it was. And then I think there's like parakeets somewhere in there, orange parakeets or something like that. But blue barracudas for life. blue barracudas.
Yeah, if those are the animals
for
or
life.
whatever you want, species you just rambled off, really, how could you not go with the barracudas?
No, but
Who the
dude,
fuck
just-
goes with the parakeets?
But dude, the blue barracuda shirt was awesome. I want to get myself a blue barracuda shirt.
Barracuda would fuck up all of those things.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just destroy them.
I don't know. I just know them from the show.
But why is the cat Mexican? Do we suddenly associate Mexicans as cats?
I don't know.
Like, it's weird. I don't understand. I mean, really, what race would a cat be besides Mexican?
Thank you, Regan Cullerton at Regan Cull on Twitter using hashtag TNWYC right off the bat. Red jaguars, blue barracudas, green monkeys, orange iguanas, purple parrots, and silver snakes. So it was purple parrots, not parakeets. I'm an idiot.
I like the alliteration for some of those, but not the other ones.
Yeah,
Like orange iguanas.
yeah, green monkeys. Like
Yeah.
it
dropped
seems
the
like they
ball
were
there.
going for an alliteration
Like
motif.
red rabbits. Red rabbits.
Or red rockets. And again,
Rocket power.
Katie got it. And then their little stencil image could be like a dog, and they could be the
Wow.
red rockets. Oh, come on, that's comedy gold. That's gold, Jerry. Come on, baby. Don't
Gold
even.
was Gamer, not Red Rocket.
That's
Gamer.
gold, Jerry.
Gamer was gold too. Okay.
No.
Red Rockets and Gamer gold. Comedy gold.
Way too easy.
And
Red
comedy
Rocket
bits.
is
Yar.
bronze at most.
Red Rockets is
Oh, bronze.
bronze. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like a participation medal.
I got like 6.5 from
What's
the
the
German
point?
judge. Wow. Fine, Katie. Biatch.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Shots
What? No,
fired.
she's shooting down Red Rockets? That's a great name.
She's shooting down red rockets.
Oh,
You didn't even mean to
There
do
we go.
it, and it was beautiful.
Yeah. That's why it's comedy gold, baby. Come on. Red Rockets. Patent pending. Dicks.
I guarantee. Oh, I'm gonna do it.
You're going to file a patent claim on Red Rockets.
RedRocket.com. Oh, okay. It's like a toy store. That is a horrible branding.
Oh,
It's like
God.
Fisher
Oh,
Price
no.
shit.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's like a pedophile's website. It's got to be.
No. Yes, buy your toys from my store. And
Oh, that baby rattle looks sad. It's not even a happy face on the rattle. It's kind of like.
That's because it's the baby rattle of rape.
It just sounds
Because
awful.
it's a store run by a pedophile. So it's the baby rattle of rape.
I've just entered myself into an NSA watch list after going to that domain.
Yeah, right. It's the FBI. The
guy's
FBI.
checking
They're
out
done
redrocket.com.
circulating thousands of images of child porn to entrap middle-aged men into getting them arrested, and now they're coming after you with Red Rocket.
But why would a pedophile go with Red Rocket? That's more of a. I gotta
That's
think. for
bestiality.
puppies.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe he's a retard.
I don't know. But did you
I
see
don't
that?
judge.
Did you see that the FBI circulated thousands of images of child pornography to try to entice people to come to their website, and then they arrested them for coming to the website?
They didn't do it as smooth as Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen is so smooth when he catches pedophiles. Just like, why don't you take a seat right here? Have some lemonade. Have a cookie. You're not gonna get in any trouble. We're just gonna chit chat. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? God, I miss that show.
Oh, do they not do it anymore?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I
But
don't
I'm
watch
talking
anything
about.
He does.
But Chris Hansen isn't the FBI. He doesn't have police
No,
power.
he's
He's
got no.
not a-
That's why he just says you can go because he can't do anything. He's just a broadcast host or whatever you want to call him, reporter, I guess.
Yeah, but the FBI is like basically telling people like, hey.
It's entrapment.
Here's child porn. Look at
Yeah.
it. You looked at the child porn? Fuck you, you're arrested. Ha ha.
It's on
FBI.
Still that borderline of entrapment.
Yeah, they do the same thing with Islamic extremists in the U.S. Like somebody, if there's some radical imam, and I know it happened here in Chicago. I think like a year ago. I want to say a year and a half ago. There was a guy who was getting kind of uppity at like. At some mosque in the Chicagoland area, and he was saying some pretty radical things. And the rest of the people that were there to to worship their faith were like, "Whoa, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? This is crazy." And apparently, an FBI agent infiltrated that and started talking to him like, yeah, jihad against the American, blah, 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 blah. You should blow somebody up. And the guy was like, yeah, I'll blow something up. And then the FBI agent was like, here's some explosives to do it. The guy's like, I've got explosives to blow shit up. The FBI agent's like, no, you don't. You're arrested, motherfucker. Ha ha. It's like, well, what crime did that guy commit? He was clearly entrapped.
Like, if you're undercover, you can be, what is it? Associated with the crime that you're helping someone commit.
Aiding and abetting?
Yeah, essentially.
An accessory?
Accessory, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I just used that word like 2 hours ago and I completely forgot it. Like, go ahead, here's some bombs, here's a map to the Capitol. Go about your day. Oh, wait, I got a badge. Oh, you got me.
And then you can always tell this by when you read like these reports, like when you read like terrorist arrested, terrorist plot foiled, and then you read down, and then it's always at the bottom of the article. They never put it at the top. I don't know why. I don't know why reporters haven't seized on this and actually started writing about all the weird kind of entrapment like things that the FBI is doing, or other agencies. But always at the bottom it says the attempted terrorist was never, like, nobody was ever in danger because he was only in contact with FBI people, and they had complete control over what he was getting in terms of explosives or arms and stuff like that. So there was no real danger. It's like, well, wait a minute.
Maybe that guy would have never committed this crime,
right? If you're,
had the FBI not been abetting him.
If you're the only people that are talking to him and the only people that are supplying him all these things, how can he be accused of a crime? What? But I don't know.
I don't see how it's not.
White people feel safe because of it. So white liberal motherfuckers go nuts. Like, yeah, I got brown people. Brr. So
your Carlin references go over the heads of PK all the time. I catch them every time, and every time I hear one, I giggle a little bit, and they're like, it's Carlin.
I think I did one.
You brought up the white one. It makes white people feel safe. And of course,
right.
given your tag, they jumped on that like fucking flies on shit.
They're like, oh, see, yeah, you're only caring about white people. It's like, no, I'm making a Carlin reference. Yeah. Sometimes they don't get it. They're not as big.
But on the flip of that coin, you make a good Carlin reference that makes them giggle, and then you don't tell them it's Carlin, and they think you did it, and you look witty.
Yeah, but then I get yelled at on Twitter like, you didn't properly reference your Carlin quote. Like, I didn't think I had to.
Do you seriously? Like, anytime someone makes a
pop culture
reference?
No, I do that. People get yell at me when I quote Carlin stuff. Like, if I have a couple beers, right, and I'm quoting Carlin stuff, like, because I'm watching his specials or something. People are like, why are you trying to act like you're George Carlin? It's like, I'm not. I'm quoting him.
If it's in quotes.
But even if it's not, it's clear that it's George Carlin. I've never said that I'm that witty. I'm not that smart. But people yell at me. They chirp at me like, you. So that's why now I started, whenever I post something from Reddit that I saw on Reddit, I always put in parentheses from Reddit. Just so because I don't want to deal with that kind of idiocy. Just people being like, man, you got this from Reddit, didn't you?
You're nothing but big words and Carlin references.
That's all I am.
Here's something that's funny.
Big words and dictionaries. That's going to be the title of my autobiography.
The national spelling bee thing that they have for all the kids, the big one or whatever, they're now requiring you to not only know how to spell the word, but also to define the word. And I don't think it's a big deal because part of the format of that is they're allowed to ask right up, can you use it in a sentence and can you define the word? So what good are they asking for the definition of a word if they don't already know the definition associated with the word?
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, people are like up and I was like, oh, this is bullshit. I'm like, well, what is the point of knowing how to spell a big word if you don't know what the fuck it means? The point of those things is to increase your vocabulary.
So you know where to use it.
Yeah. What good is it to spell fucking chrysanthemums if you don't know what they are?
I was in a school spelling bee once in elementary school.
Too.
I got knocked out.
Failed.
I got knocked out.
I don't know why they
Galaxy. I was in
what?
third grade. I was in third grade. Fuck you. Okay?
And since that time,
every time I see the word galaxy, I'm like, galaxy, you mother.
I'm not going to let you get me down. You give me another chance. I'm going to just read the thesaurus every day.
I got galaxy. That was, I thought it was Galixy. And I was so proud of myself. And they were like, wrong. And I'm about to be like, fuck you, teachers. And then I'm like, no, damn it. I was wrong.
Galaxy?
Yeah. Because Galaxy, I was overpronouncing.
Except it's Galaxy.
You're right, it's Galaxy. It's not Galaxy. but I thought it was Galaxy at the time because I was in 3rd fucking grade, you asshole. God. And now I've read a thesaurus every day, so I sound smarter than I actually am. Okay?
He's never been the same since then.
Never been the same.
Imagine what he could have been had that not stifled his growing as a child. That one spelling bee competition. You could have been a senator.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are probably going to be asking why Hutch isn't here and why his cousin Catatonic Hutch is not here. We made a.
I'm tired of doing the fucking voice.
That's why. That's the only reason why. Because so many people were loving Catatonic Hutch that we kicked regular Hutch off the show. And I came to Chiz. I was like, dude, I just kicked Hutch off the show, so so you can do Catatonic Hutch all the time. And Chiz was like, I can't do it. So
it takes a lot out of me.
Blame Chiz.
Seriously does. It's funny. Somebody did like the statistics. Somebody did a breakdown of. I like these stats, like the appearance percentage on the show. I don't know if you saw it. I tweeted it.
Okay.
You were 100% for obvious reasons. I was 85. Katie was 80, and then Hutch was 40. But then they had Catatonic Hutch there at like 10%, and then there was Wings. And I'm like, wow, Catatonic Hutch has been here a quarter the
almost
amount
a
of
fifth
regular
of the time.
Hutch.
Oh, a quarter of the.
Well, Hutch was 40.
And Catatonic Hutch was what?
Was 10.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I just got tired. You know,
you can't
it's
do the voice.
It's hard to come up with those lines on
No.
the fly. None of it's scripted. I mean, that might
No.
blow some minds.
No. This
None
is
of it's
all off the
scripted.
cuff. This is improv. Nixon
Yeah.
buying dope on a subway. Go.
All right, he's on the subway and he's buying dope.
I'm
He gets
not
the
a
dope.
crook. That's my only nickname.
He smokes the dope. He gets hungry, and now he's at a gas station with banana. Toss it over to Katie.
I don't know. I don't do this.
Nixon's confused. He doesn't know what he's doing with the banana. Throw it over to the lefty.
Hi, pilgrims. I'm John Wayne, pilgrims.
See, that was funny because that's how they do a lot of improv things. It's just like that. You just throw back and forth. But then I took it and I started bopping around like this, and Lefty caught on to what reference I was making.
Yeah, I got it. I know. Yeah, see, that's why you're on the show. No, Hutch is a busy dude, and so sometimes things get busy, and so we thank Hutch for his time and for the foreseeable future. He's I don't know if I don't think as of right now he's going to be a part of the show.
No bad blood.
No bad blood. It's just people get busy, and that's the way things are.
I was busy for the second episode.
And I kicked your ass off the show. I kicked his ass off the show the second episode because his internet went out, right? Like, his internet went out. There's nothing he can really do about that.
Yep.
But he texted me, like, I think like half an hour before the show. And I was like, off the damn
Been
show.
paying for it ever since.
Yeah. So.
Katie also wasn't on that show. Just.
Was she not on the show? Is that
She
the
was
one
not.
I did
That was
solo?
your solo. Yes.
I did that one solo. 45 minutes. God, that was a pain in the ass. With that bright red background we had, it was awful.
Those were nice. Those really took
were
away
awful.
from looking at the camera.
Oh yeah, no, those are so. Like, I remember watching. Like, I would watch the VODs. I'm like, oh, it's so loud. Stop it.
Lefty's not a Photoshop guru.
I am not, because I don't have Photoshop.
What do you use for your thumbnails?
Sony Vegas and Google.
Oh, that's right.
Image
You
Search.
told me that. Fuck that. That sounds like such a pain in the ass.
It's actually not.
Do you drop it in and then hit the save thing as
Yeah.
a JPEG?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what I do if I want to get a still on a video.
Yeah, because I don't have Photoshop, and I don't want to torrent it or download it, because number one, that's piracy, and number two, you can get a virus that way, and I don't want to deal with that shit. So I'll just wait. Fucking Photoshop's expensive, dude. It's like what, $600?
$600-700.
It's around that, but do we pay for anything nowadays? It's kind of just given to us by the government. I put Photoshop in that group right there.
Oh yeah, no, but I plan on getting Photoshop. My plan has always been that if it gets to the point where, because I don't want to be running my business solely on pirated software, okay? So if it gets to the point where Photoshop is a real thing, I will justify the expenditure. I'll pay whatever Photoshop costs to get it and to make thumbnails. But just right now, I can't justify the expenditure. That's all. So I'll use Sony Vegas and Google Image Search. And I like using Google Image Search for my thumbnails.
Well, who doesn't use Google Image Search for the thumbnails?
Well, no, but it's just like I get to make...
Nobody's drawing anything for a thumbnail.
Well, I get to make pop culture references. Well, sometimes, they just use the vector, the vector starburst, and then they just put the freaking text and then an image of themselves, and they call that a day, which is perfectly fine. It's past my capabilities with Vegas, but I get to make like little subtle pop culture references. I mentioned Wayne's World and
Sticky Bandits,
the Sticky Bandits, the Wet
I was
Bandits,
really
which were
curious
two different
Yeah.
references.
Yeah, from 2 different movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought was funny, how many people would actually get those references, because those came out when I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I saw them, but I don't know if kids nowadays would go back and watch those movies. They're classics, they're cult classics for sure. But I wonder how many people got those references.
Oh, I think some
Home
people,
Alone 2 and Home Alone 1.
Home Alone, yeah,
I
Home
really
Alone
like
1,
Home
they were
Alone
the Wet
3.
Bandits.
Yes,
Don't-
they were.
Don't even no.
Home Alone 3 is
Home
hilarious.
Alone 3 doesn't even fucking exist. No.
Oh, no.
No,
I'm saying
no.
Home Alone 4 doesn't.
Which one was Home Alone 3?
Home Alone 3 was the one which had a different kid. It didn't have what's-his-face in it.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. And it had, it was just a kid. He was claimed for crying wolf. Nobody believed him. And he's like, I'm going to take care of this myself. And booby-trapped the house. And the bad guys were frozen in the pool at the end.
So it was Home Alone 1, Part 2.
No.
With
It
a
was.
different kid.
He had better traps.
There was a Home Alone 4?
Yeah, there was. From what I vaguely remember, it was a rich kid in a mansion.
Wow. Okay.
And the
no.
nanny was the bad guy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Butler was a good guy, like most butlers are.
Yeah, Butler's always good guys. No. Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2. Even Home Alone 2 was kind of a stretch.
It was, because there wasn't enough. I don't think there was enough. Actually, in both those movies, there was. I wish there were more booby traps and shit going on. There's like an hour of lead up until the really funny shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Like in one, he's alone and doing shit. Come on. And John Candy made his appearance in the first one.
John
God rest his
Candy, he was
soul.
the. Oh God, what was?
He was, I freaking looked it up. Hold on.
Look it
Yeah,
up. What
'cause
was the
we
name
brought it
of
up the other
his?
day.
Right, because every time we think about it, I'm like, what's the name of his band that he was in the Ryder Truck? Oh, he was
Yeah.
a polka guy, the Polka King.
He was the polka king of
He
something.
was
Something.
Gus Polinski, the polka king of the Midwest.
There you go.
John Candy for no reason. He's like, hey, I'm on my way to shoot Cool Runnings. Haha.
John Candy was awesome, like Uncle Buck, all that shit.
Uncle Buck is great.
Oh my gosh,
Great.
Uncle Buck.
Him and Chris Farley. The fat ones that do coke always go first.
Well,
so
did John Goodman go because he did Blow, or was he just really?
John Goodman's alive. What are you talking
No,
about?
John. Sorry, not John. John Candy. My bad.
I don't think he did blow.
No, he was
really
just a
fat.
big fat guy. He had a heart
Yeah,
attack.
but Chris Farley did.
Chris Farley did a lot of coke. Was it John? Or, which one's the unfunny alive one? Is that John
John
Belushi?
Belushi.
Or
Yeah.
Jim Belushi. John Belushi's alive. Jim Belushi did a lot of coke, and now he's dead. And his unfunny brother is running around. I represent Chicago back in the yard. Awful. If you ever see the unfunny Belushi brother, punch him in the balls. That shit was awful. Stop running around.
Belushi?
Chicago. No.
That wasn't John?
Wait, I'm confused again. John Belushi's the dead one. Jim Belushi's the
Yeah.
one that's still alive. Sorry. John Belushi did a lot of coke and he's dead. Jim Belushi's running around representing everything Chicago now. And stop that. Because his only joke is, I'm from Chicago, I like the Bears.
That was a pretty good stereotypical Chicagoan.
But that's the other thing about Chicagoans. That was those characters, the super fans, were all making fun of you. Because you're all morbidly obese alcoholics that live vicariously through athletes. Stop it. Stop it. You use the term we when you're talking about a sports team that you're not on and you don't own.
I gotta be mean to him.
I'm
Why
just
you
saying,
mean to
just
him?
no, because people are like, that is super fans, yeah, super fans. Like, no, they're making fun of you. If you like the super fans and you want to be like that, and you think that's like, yeah, man, I'm to Chicago, because you're an idiot.
I'm totally gonna go to Chicago doing that accent.
You should just go around. See
Yo,
how
why
many
do I get a deep dish pizza at 6 in the morning?
That's old time New Yorkie. That's like
I can do.
it's like, man, hey,
Well, I can
what's the
do-
numbers on the fifth race out of the meh.
Man, see, we're back up with the Zeppelin races of the 1954 ball game here.
1954, they're still running around in Zeppelins? I don't think.
Yes, they were, because the Hindenburg was just a warning. They're like, fuck that
The
shit.
warning.
The warning.
The Hindenburg started it all. You know, the Nazis used Zeppelins. They had a
Well,
very
the
thriving
Hindenburg
Zeppelin
was a
trade.
German Zeppelin.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it was Nazi.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we were cool with them until they started throwing punch, or well, Japan threw a punch. So, we're gonna use your shit. Hey, it's cool. That's a big flying fucking building, essentially.
That you can smoke it. It's filled with hydrogen.
Yeah.
And people were smoking in it.
Yeah. Well, that still brings up, like, smoking in planes at one point. Like, we are in a compartmentalized, compressed
pressurized tube.
Yeah.
Going 400 miles an hour.
And we're going to smoke in it. Somebody just recently...
Chesterfield cigarettes.
No, Cools.
No. It was Chesterfield back in the day. Trust me.
Cools.
Go look up Chesterfield.
Do you think they would rip the no smoking sign out of the fucking... The best one, the warning, do not go to the bathroom and temper with the fucking smoke alarm. Like, are people really doing that?
Yeah, dude, people do get high on planes. Yeah. People
Just take
smoke...
a brownie.
What?
Just take a fucking brownie.
I guess. I don't know, but people, like, go and they go smoke dope or whatever in the bathroom.
Kids, if you're going to do drugs on a plane, say you've got a 4-hour flight cross-country, okay? You smoke up at the beginning in the bathroom. You're only going to be high for, like, an hour, maybe 2. Then what? You got to go back to the bathroom, fuck with the smoke detector and smoke in. You take a brownie, you're good for those 4 hours. And people just think you're having a snack.
People just think you're having a snack.
Tips of the trade.
Or you could just get drunk like a normal person. Get drunk, go to sleep, wake up, get off the fucking plane.
Yeah. See, I've never understood the rule about alcohol on a plane. If you have to be... Like, say I'm flying from New York to England. What is the law for someone under the age of 21? Is it the law from where you departed or where you're arriving? I've never thought about it.
I think that would be up to the...
I'm sure it's up to the airline.
Yeah, the airline. Because, like, when you go on a cruise...
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably the same as when you go on a cruise.
Yeah, when you go on a cruise, even though you enter into international waters...
They still make it the state laws.
Yeah, it's still there. It's whatever laws they say.
Yeah.
And then if you found
That's
violating
bullshit.
them... I know on the cruises I've been, there have been a few people that got thrown in, like, the ship's brig. Like, cruise ships do have brigs, and they throw you in them. Like, if you're drunk and doing stupid shit, they just throw you in the brig, and they let you dry out. It's not like you're interned there for the remainder of the trip, but it's like, you know, if you're drunk and fucked up, they'll throw you in the brig for the night, let you air out, and then just, you know, get back to the bar and spend money on $8 beers.
I don't want to go on a cruise nowadays. Every other week there is another cruise ship either
You don't want to flow. You don't want to flow in a literal pile of shit on the Lido deck. No,
yeah, I'm
not
good
a
with
fan.
poop going down the halls. Really.
Wow. Okay.
I'll just take a flight somewhere. That's okay. All right.
Cruises are
I'm
fun.
really a big fan.
Cruises
I'm
were
sure
fun.
they are.
I'm scared.
They got a lot of
No,
cool
I'm the
food
same
and
way. I don't
shit.
want to go now. Fuck that. No.
It's every other week. It's like this one caught on fire. Wow, didn't the other one
This
just
drunken
catch on?
Italian
that one
guy
turned
tipped it over. Yeah, this drunken Italian guy was trying to show off, and then it tipped over,
jumped ship
and then he was like, "Fuck this, I'm out." He just left. They're like, "Where'd you go?" He's like,
What about it down with the ship? Oh, fuck that shit. That was 1965 when we were going by that.
But it sank in like 50 feet of water or something. It wasn't like it was gonna
It
go
was right off
down.
an island or something.
Right? It was. They just hit a rock, and then it just went. It tore a hole in the side, and then the ship just keeled. And then the guy's just like, "Whatever, fuck this, I'm out. I'm Italian. I got more things to do. I gotta go away."
Fucking so. I'm not going on.
You know that guy tried to be like, "I didn't do anything wrong." Like, dude,
Yeah,
you
I just-
left the ship, and
I
nobody
flipped
could
the
find
ship
you,
and jumped off.
and nobody could
Yeah.
find him. He was like, "I was trying to get help for everybody." It's like, no, you ran away because you were stupid.
I have to beat the shit out of everyone, get off, go to a nearby farmhouse, have a Dr. Pepper, and then call the police.
That's Carlin, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Yeah, but so you know, what were we talking
Go on
about?
a cruise. I don't know. What
We're
the
not
fuck?
going on a cruise. Oh, on our channels. I don't know. We'll talk about what.
Wow, we didn't even get there in the first half.
No,
hour.
that's why. That's not why you called. See?
I
Huh?
don't even remember my phone number now.
We appreciate every like on the stream. Be sure to drop a like if you enjoy the stream. You want to help us out. It does help us out. We greatly appreciate it from everybody. That does help us out. We got a lot coming up, a lot to talk about. Talking about digital rights management on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One. Got an update from Major Nelson. What's coming up on E3? E3's in 2 weeks?
Less than that, like a week and a half.
Week and a half, E3. Oh, that's right, because it's Thursday. Makes sense. Week and a half, E3. We're going to be talking about. That's just so professional.
I thought it was classy.
I'm doing that thing where you're like, where you really like something, so you bite your friend. Like,
Fucking fabulous.
fabulous.
My God.
Fabulous. Anyway, I'm just going to do this while we do the rest of the outro for the first break. We're going to thank you guys for all liking the stream. Got a lot of things coming up. That's not why you called. Be sure to like the stream. Follow all of us on Twitter. We'll be right back. That's not why you called. Got a lot more lined up. Don't go change it.
Penis and balls.
Oh, no, I hit the wrong thing. I'm like, no, I hit the wrong thing on XSplit. There we go. It was because of the swaying. Because of the swaying. It's the swaying.
Yeah.
Like and favorite.
I'm sure that's what the captain said as he jumped off.
Shut up. They're playing. Shut up. It's playing music. Okay, bye.
That's not why you called. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
Welcome back. That's not why you called. Just, I don't think your pantomiming is in tune with the theme. There you go. See, because before you were going like hairband solo with it. You were getting like into it. It's like that. I don't think that fits with the blues rock kind of thing. By the way, you're muted. I'm sorry. Once again, I'm
you cunt.
I run everything on the show. Sometimes things get missed. It's a whole production we got going on.
If we had a studio and we were next to each other, I could then just go, "Hey."
Well, this would be, if we had a studio and we were next to each other, this would be Katie's job.
right? Then I could, you know,
then we could just
theoretically-
roll in. We could roll in like 6:55, half drunk, just half in the bag, and just do a show. And then be gone and have Katie do the breaks, the branding, the everything. Fuck
She'd
that.
be
I don't
fucking
wanna-
hitting buttons and sliding shit.
Yeah. All the equipment, sound clips. Remember when she was going to be on sound clips? Remember that? How long did that one last? Maybe like one segment of one show. She played a sound clip once.
Yeah, I think I've done it like once.
Let's look at the statistics on those, because I think I've ran like 300 to her one.
Yeah. So
Oh, what? Whatever. Damn.
so she's going to try to act like, why you?
No.
Katie, you're our producer. This would be your job.
True.
Okay.
So Kickstarter for That's Not Why You Called for the studio.
Yeah, there we go. Look, if
Those who donate $1,000, we'll bring you through. You can sit in and watch us do a live show.
Yeah,
I
there
mean,
we
it's
go.
only $1,000,
Because
but I mean,
unlike-
it's well worth the investment.
Because unlike that hipster bitch fucking Zach Braff, we're not millionaires asking for millions of dollars. We're broke ass pieces of crap asking for money for a studio for a shitty podcast.
Worth it.
That's totally better.
You gotta take a leap of faith.
Was nobody upset by that?
I was kind of, but I'm gonna say something. A lot of the reasoning was he's already. I assume he's a millionaire. He had a fucking hit show on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And he's done several movies that are pretty decent. Was that? Oh, he's taking all the money away from me, so I don't have a slot. That I think is bullshit. Because if you want to, don't. It's not like.
Wait,
Zach
what was his
Braff-
reasoning?
Not his reasoning. People's reasonings to get mad at him for doing it was, oh, he's taken away from. He's in the spotlight. He's taken away from all these smaller guys that don't have money.
Oh, no.
I don't agree with that because if it, you don't have to donate $500
Yeah.
to one project.
You can go find other people to donate to.
Yeah, and if you really feel, I mean, it's a movie. Maybe
But
you
my
don't want to
thing is,
donate.
my thing is, Zach Braff, you're a fucking millionaire. What are you going to crowdsourcing for your little movie project?
Yeah,
Put up your own money. Shut up.
yeah, which is
Dude,
what a lot
don't
of
try to
companies do.
sing me the sad. If you would have said, "Look, I know I'm a millionaire. I'm putting up $6 million of my own dollars. I need another $1.5 million to fund this movie." Okay, but he didn't say that. He just said, "Well, the studios. If I go try to sell it to the studios,
Right, they're gonna
I
want to
won't
change
have
shit.
creative control." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, well, then fuck you. Put up your own money.
But look
Zach
at things
Braff.
like, yeah, and there's good examples. Like, look at Freddie W. doing Video Game High School Season 2. He raised over $800,000 on Kickstarter, and that wasn't their goal, but that's what they got to, and everything else is coming out of their pockets, their companies, things like that, and they're putting up their own money. So they still own creative control over their content and can do with it how they, what they want. So I think it's a cop-out. He raised, like, what, fucking 2-point-something million for the movie?
He raised $2 million. He doesn't have $2 million.
Probably
Comedy
close.
Central. How much money did Comedy Central give Dave Chappelle
Katie, get on it. Oh, he probably
back in
made
the
a lot
day?
more.
He made like $50 million, right, for like a 3-year contract.
Yeah.
Zach Braff didn't get. Now, if Zach Braff even got 25% of Dave Chappelle's contract for Scrubs, he's got $2 million lying around. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm glad John LaJoie took a shot at him on his website, on his YouTube.
This is kind of weird.
Dave Chappelle's net worth is about $30 million.
Well, no, not his net worth. I'm talking
I don't
about what
know
he
how
got
much.
back in the day, and then he went crazy and went to Africa. Well, not crazy, but all the pressure was on him to carry
went
Comedy
crazy.
Central, and he was just like, "Fuck that, I'm out." So I'm gonna go to Africa. I don't know, do whatever it is Dave Chappelle does. Smoke a lot of
Comedy Central's losing a lot of their viewership. Like big comedians, like the ones I listen to, usually the hit thing was they would release their 1-hour specials on Comedy Central.
Right.
And that's how Jeff Dunham even got started. He, once again, another good example, Jeff Dunham took all the money he fucking had. He was about to go broke. He took all of his money, put it into his first 1-hour comedy special. He paid for the whole thing. And it took his career off. He made that leap of faith. But, what was I going to say? Oh, all the comedians, they don't go there anymore because Comedy Central takes an hour and 45-minute set and chops it into an hour. And that's with commercials, so it's 40 minutes. And then they censor the times he does said comedian does curse in their special. So, like, fuck you. It's either going to be a Netflix exclusive and it goes up there. Netflix is grabbing everything right now. Or what a lot of them do, Louis C.K., Christopher Titus, who I listen to, they'll it's $9 and it's on my site. You want to buy it? There you go. DRM free. You own the rights to this. Go ahead, put it on whatever device you want. It's $9.
Okay.
Comedy Central, you fucking up. You can have Jon Stewart until he decides to go.
Yeah, he left for a while to go film a movie, didn't he? Or he's going to
Did he already do that, or I think he's going to? He's going to Georgia or something.
Yeah, so he's gonna leave soon. I mean, Jon Stewart's what, 49, almost 50?
He's probably got to be around there. I remember him way back when he was young.
So I mean, he's got what, another 5-10 years max, maybe?
No way. He's got to be like fucking Johnny Carson and fucking.
No, but he can't. But for how long can he do the Daily Show and do that?
I think he can do it as long as he wants.
Here's how you know
sharp.
if you're old. If you remember the original host for the Daily Show, that's how you know you're old.
Oh fuck. Who was it?
Craig Kilborn, wasn't it?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it was Craig Kilborn.
See, it gets confusing because he had a show, I think, on MTV, and it was Daily Show, or it was the same name essentially with Jon Stewart, and that thing flopped, and then it went over to Comedy Central, and they did it different, and it's a success. I like Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart's a witty, smart motherfucker.
Good for him.
And within a couple weeks ago, he made a Risk reference.
You're so okay. So I saw you were on the "That's Not Why You Called" subreddit, talking about I will bring up Risk again. So is this your attempt at bringing up Risk?
Not really. That was just organic, and I'm going to continue on with a little Risk chat.
Okay,
I was like, there's got to be some kind of because it's a board game. There's no online thing except what I'm playing, and there is no one playing that on multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's got to be like a tournament in real life, and there fucking is the annual Risk tournament, the Risk Classic, and it's happening for 3 years, and I'm so fucking going to it in October in Pennsylvania in a really ghetto ass hotel. I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go to a Risk tournament.
Yeah, because I want the glass trophy that has the globe on it, and it says Risk Classic.
Can I just buy you that?
You could. It'd probably save me $500 of travel.
Because I'm pretty sure
Actually,
that trophy probably costs about $20.
It's glass though. It's not plastic.
Okay, $50. What are we talking here for a glass globe?
You're making these jokes and stuff, but when I saw that, I went, instead of going, I could just fucking get one of these made or whatever.
Right, and you could be the tournament. You could be the champion over whatever you want. You could be Risk champion of the world.
I would give myself my own title, national
Risk
master for chess.
Of the world.
I am Grand Dragon Master World Dominator Risk player.
There you go. Just do that. Don't go try to play Risk champion.
I'm sure those plastic ones that are like 20 feet tall are fucking cheaper than a glass one. I could just get a fucking giant one too.
Yeah, but then you're just compensating. So just get a normal one. Just be like, yeah,
no, and I'm gonna make a great joke that several comedians made. Why is it if I have a big truck or an expensive car, I got a little dick? Doesn't that mean if I drive around a Prius, I should be fucking hung like a goddamn elephant? You better be. If you're driving
I don't know.
A fucking Prius.
I don't know. But if you're just if you're that into shoving your Risk prowess in everybody's face, and just shove away. Then
I'm fucking undefeated.
You're.
When it comes to YouTubers, undefeated. Only person I ever got close was White Boy. He pushed me all the way over here, and I'm like, boom, 70 troops. Fucking came back, killed him in Australia, undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. We can segue out.
Okay, you are so good at Risk.
Thank you. That's a quote. Somebody get that on that fucking 1 hour relay. Make it happen.
Mm-hmm. So last week on the show, we talked a lot about the Xbox One reveal. And, before we get into that, is anybody doing anything on their respective channels that's relatively interesting?
Only 45 minutes in.
Well, the first segment was a lot of cheeky banter, and I like cheeky banter.
I like cheeky banter.
Nothing wrong with cheeky banter.
Lefty, why don't you start us off?
Ooh, what do I have going on? Chivalry with Burns. I've got Trouble in Terrorist Town with Burns and Chiz. And, what else? I've got some Battlefield 3 stuff going up. And, let's see, what was I? Today we were supposed to play Grand Theft Auto 4 this morning with Burns.
Fucking Burns woke up late. And in the stream, I was listening to a stream earlier before the show started. He's like, should I get off around now? Because he got off when we were getting
He got out of the way of the show. He got out of our way.
That shows how fucking popular we are.
He knows. You get out of our way.
He's already invested $50,000 into the studio.
We are a YouTube juggernaut. Like, everybody knows where they're at on YouTube on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Everybody knows. They know where they're at.
And if you're at college right now, do what I did for PKA about 3 years ago. Get rid of your Thursday class and listen to the show at home. I seriously did that.
So you could listen to PKA?
Yeah. It sounds sad, but I did that. It was the first fall semester, and I found PKA halfway through it. I'm like, fuck. I just ditched the rest of the half of the semester. It don't matter. And I got 100% in that class. But then the next one, it's like, I have to pick classes that are not on Thursdays, specifically for this reason. Sounds sad.
But why would you not want Friday off so you can stay up all night watching PKA?
Because back then it was Thursdays.
Well, right, but
Remember?
if you had all day Friday off, that way you could stay up all night Thursday night watching PKA.
You know what I'm saying is my classes were afternoon class. They were evening classes. They were 6:30 to 9:30. Because fuck that, taking a class twice a week. I want one class once a week. I don't care if it's 3 hours. I get a snack break in between it.
Get a snack break. I
give
can
'em a
bring my
little granola
Lunchables.
bar.
I got Lunchables, bitch.
Yeah,
What?
Fuck you. Besides, Dan, my community. Yeah, I went to a fucking community college. Come at me, bro.
That's fine.
Was right next to a Denny's, right there. So what better place to go to after 9:30 at night after you just had a really boring class? Go to fucking Denny's and hang out with you.
You didn't go there during your snack break, did you? Because then you'll just be pooping your
there's
pants
not
in
enough
class.
time. No, I don't want bowel movement. I only had 20 minutes.
I just,
Couldn't
you
get more
know,
than that amount of time.
like whatever you're studying, like, and if you'll turn the page, oh god, I gotta go.
No, I'm not particular. No, stay away from those.
Yeah, so you don't want to go to Denny's. No, but anyway, what the hell were we talking about? That's not why you called. We were talking about Xbox One, and I was a little bit concerned.
Wow. Wow.
What were we talking about?
Katie, do you know what he did
YouTube
wrong?
Taps. You skipped
Thank
it.
you. You fucking just said what you were doing and skipped me.
Yep. It's my damn show, motherfucker. You're used to it. Why do you think Hutch ain't around no mo?
Oh, boy.
You got a little uppity. You got a little uppity. You want to get uppity? You want to get uppity?
Asshat.
I'm sorry. Chiz, please tell us what do you have? You've been showcasing Grand Theft Auto.
Yes. I want that. I love it. I want to play more of it. I'm doing the Burnsy stuff when we streamed the other day when you could not join us because you had mods enabled. And I'm just cutting that up and uploading it. And then as soon as, hopefully tomorrow morning, I don't know, with the Great Minnesota Burns, calls people out for not waking up, and then himself.
Yeah, we should play Grand Theft Auto if you guys get your fat asses up in the morning.
I'm on the fucking West Coast. I woke up at 7:30 after I went to bed at 2 in the morning because I did.
Oh well, I'm not that into YouTube. Like I like YouTube, I'm not that into it.
But I was like, I'm not gonna.
I like Sleepy.
I agreed to this, so I'm gonna be here. And then Lefty hits me up and like, yeah, waiting for Burns. It's GTA 4. And then he tweets, maybe later today.
Yeah.
Maybe later today. Like, we got a fucking show to do. So he said tomorrow. So GTA 4, Risk, and I don't know if I said this last week, but I uploaded some Surgeon Simulator last week.
Yeah,
oh, you did? Yes, you did.
I did? Oh, okay. Then I'm
It
done.
was brief, but you said it.
I did. Thank you. You got a memory like a goddamn cobra.
No, she's got it all written down.
Did I read
You aren't
off my
fucking
book?
joking. I've seen some of those goddamn notes. It's ridiculous. Fuck that.
She writes down everything.
Speaking of taking good notes, the subreddit for That's Not Why You Call TNWYC, go subscribe to it. We're about to hit 100 people, which is pretty big if you ask me, because I don't fucking use Reddit.
I don't know what Reddit is. Like the other day, I wanted to respond to a is it a post or a thread?
Post.
It's a post? Okay.
See, that's where it's the confusion. It looks like a form, it acts like a form, but you would associate
right,
it
but
with
you
thread.
click the link and you go to whatever the source is, and you're like, well, wait, I want to talk about it with people. You got to click the comments. And I wanted to respond to something to it, but I don't have a Reddit account. I don't know how to do any of that shit.
Which is funny you say you don't, because I looked in the Rape Squad Killer one. There's a moderator in there, and his name is Lefty6435789101112. I'm like, he said he didn't have one.
No, I don't.
But in the subreddit, the guy who made it originally, for the last show, he made a link dump, and I thought we talked about maybe 6 things last show. No, this fucker it's literally 33 things. He got every little reference we made.
Oh, that's
everything,
cool.
And he put it in there.
No, I saw the link dump. I saw the link dump. That's cool. So yeah, if you're you're
Nice.
right over there, Slick.
Continue.
You all right? Everything okay?
Side panel, my computer came off.
What?
Well, it's not hooked on.
Why?
Why
'Cause I
not?
was pulling RAM out earlier, but I'm too lazy to put it back on. Better airflow. That's the reason.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's circulation.
Anyway, no, I saw the link dump. That was really cool. The guy's on top of it. So if you're watching this in a VOD and you want to know what we're talking about, if you can't find it in the description, you can go check it out on the subreddit. What's the address? Reddit.com/r/
TNWYC. The same as the
simple.
hashtag to talk to us.
If you want to get in touch with us, hashtag TNWYC on Twitter. Anyway, now that we've wasted most of that segment too, such good radio. Oh my God. This is wonderful stuff. You should like and favorite. Everybody should like and favorite right now.
Kickstarter for the studio.
Kickstarter for the studio.
Most
Yep.
of the money goes to snacks and coffee, so.
Snacks and, yeah, right.
Wheat
Snacks.
thins.
Speaking of.
Oh, and wheat thins.
I was going to say, speaking of snacks.
Speaking of snacks, I want that if you can't lock down Asus, if you can't lock down getting us some GTX 780s
Or
for some god reason, right? Because why would Asus give us fucking GTX 780s?
Because I am a wordsmith
But there's-
when it comes to bullshitting people.
But there's no point because we don't need it. I mean, I got a 680.
Yes, we. What are you talking about?
I mean, we do
don't
need it. We totally needed Asus. We will totally drive your sales with the GTX 780. We will be.
Thank you.
And the Titan, if you make Titans all the way.
They do. They do. We
Yes. SLI. We want SLI everything. Anyway, if we can't lock that down, I think that might be setting our sights a little bit too high. I want wheat thins.
Smoky barbecue.
Smoky barbecue. Right.
Only those ones.
I don't want Wheat Thins the company. I want whoever is behind the smoky barbecue Wheat Thins. Holy mother of God, these things are the greatest thing ever invented.
See, I've
Like-
been having a poor man wheat thin where I take a tortilla and I just burn the fuck out of it till it's like a giant chip.
Uh-huh.
Those are mine. And then I dip it in Tabasco sauce.
Okay, no, because
It's a
these
poor man
Ew.
wheat thin.
these
What are you? Ew.
What?
It's
Yeah,
like
what
a
are
big
you-
chip. How is that ew?
Burnt tort? No. No. Gross.
I don't even know who you are.
Same.
The only difference between those and like tortilla chips is those are corn and a tortilla is more than like flour. Otherwise, it's the same thing.
Anyway, Wheat Thins, smoky barbecue. Check them out at your local grocery store. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. If you like barbecue flavored stuff, Wheat Thins. These things are so
You
good.
can't start selling them so hard because where's the negotiation go then? You're like, all right,
I don't care. I'm just doing this so people can enjoy in the goodness that
What's
is
the
smoky
back say?
barbecue.
Just taste the something.
Taste smoky barbecue flavor.
Oh, okay.
It says it over a Beck.
I would hope I was tasting that if I bought.
Right, like, holy shit, why does it taste like jalapenos? Why does this taste like bull semen? I thought these were smoky barbecue Wheat Thins. These are bull
And
semen.
if anyone wants to hook us up with Cheez-Its, but not regular ones, you have to get the one that the bag is mixed with Parmesan and cheddar.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
The Italian mix one? Oh my goodness.
I don't know about those. I've only seen the two. There's Parmesan, the cheddar, and then there's like pepper jack and another
That's
like
not good.
red cheddar or something.
Whole grain Cheez-Its are the
No,
shit,
that could-
dude.
Whole grain?
Whole
I really
grain
like the
Cheez-Its.
Parmesan
Or,
ones.
no, it's not. They're not whole grain. It's 5% whole grain Cheez-Its.
Wow.
It's well, but hold on. It's just enough whole grain to change the texture of the Cheez-Its. And I think it tastes good. So, fuck
Goldfish crackers are pretty badass too.
goldfish crackers.
And then there's the knockoff at the dollar store, the whales. They have a very different taste, but they're still not bad.
Yeah, we need
It's like
so
pizza.
basically,
You
we
can
need to be
have
sponsored by Pepperidge Farm, Nabisco, and whoever
That
makes
valuable.
Swedish fish. I'm just
Ew.
gonna, as long as we're going.
Gross.
Don't you dare! What?
Who?
No.
Swedish fish?
I can't stand Swedish.
No.
Wow! Both of you off my show right
Twix,
now.
sure, Twix. Yeah, Starburst are amazing
No,
too.
no,
Ew.
fucking
No,
Swedish
all of
fish.
that.
Did you just say ew?
Katie,
Starburst?
go back to not producing the show, okay? All right,
Who's this dude
we
at
didn't
Starburst?
bring you here to
I
talk
can
or
understand
offer
if you
your
say
input on
ew
things.
to lemon and orange Starburst. I get if you're not for the lemon and the orange Starburst. I get that because really the only two flavors that matter are fucking cherry and strawberry. Am I right?
Oh yeah, yeah, cherry and
Thank
strawberry.
you. Those are the only two that matter.
No.
So if you were gonna say that, Katie, I would
Yellow
understand,
is
but
lemon
fuck
is
lemon is on the 50 fence. Like if I'm feeling it,
Yeah.
I'll go for it. But
Pink
orange,
is okay, but I mean that's on a good day.
pink is okay. Pink
is the best. No, pink is the first one you go for in the
Exactly,
Starburst pack.
but, like
Like
if
when you
I
see a
had-
bowl of Starburst, you're picking out the pink
like
ones.
the worst
You don't even.
scenario. This is worse. DEFCON level 1 shit here. If you get those Halloween ones that are just the 2 in the package and you fucking open it and it's lemon and orange, it's like fuck it, Halloween's over. Nothing worse than that. I think they do it on purpose. Like we're gonna hold that. Like they're
Or candy corn, like candy corn on fucking Halloween.
like
Ew.
inflating the value. Okay, I'm gonna be against the grain here. I like candy corn.
Lewis Black a long time ago did a bit about that.
Yeah, I know.
He's candy corn.
Candy shaped like corn.
Corn that tastes like candy. I can't wait. Son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch!
And every year you try, you're like, maybe it'll be good this year.
It'll be
No,
good
it's
this
not.
year. No, it's not.
It's not. It's awful. Candy corn's all right.
Lewis Black, another great comedian.
Another great comedian. Yeah. Anyway, so now we've wasted officially our second segment before talking about anything.
Oh fuck!
Like we just went on a 15-minute tangent about the sponsors we want to have for the show that we can probably
Which is funny
never
because
get.
this show we probably had between me and Lefty throwing links back. We had like 20 different news.
Yeah, we're like,
Things to
dude,
discuss.
we
We're
got
like,
things
we
to
don't
talk
know if
about
we're gonna
this,
have
man.
topics.
I want to talk about the police officers in Miami, and then we can segue and talk about George Zimmerman. Like, yeah, dude, yeah.
The first hour. Has
Let's
just been
talk about some
bullshit.
fucking wheat thins and crackers and
farm.
You
Swedish
know how
fish.
many we've covered that we've planned, or you guys planned?
0?
discussing
None.
about ourselves.
None.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely none.
Oh,
Oh, that'll make us feel real good.
yeah. Thanks, Katie.
Oh.
Hey,
I love that you're talking more.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding. Oh man, yeah. No, there's a wealth of response on hashtag TNWIC for everybody defending Swedish fish. Thank you. Fuck
You
these two
people are
degenerates.
crazy.
Swedish fish are the best thing ever created. What do you?
disgusting.
All right, you know
So
what?
overrated.
Before I have an aneurysm, just start bleeding out of my eyeballs, and we're gonna. So
Wow.
seriously, lock
Skip
down
some
ASUS, or we're going to Wheat Thins Nabisco.
Or both. Maybe we can have Wheat Thins.
Right?
on
Wheat
a
Thins can
plate of
sponsor a-
graphics cards.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or like Wheat Thins can sponsor a segment or something where like Katie talks about stupid foods that she doesn't like that everybody else
Like,
loves
see, I
for no
use an
reason.
old hard drive to hold my cups and stuff on, like a coaster. We could take graphics cards from ASUS. and
Western Digital? Duh.
Have them have them as dishes at parties for serving Wheat Thin barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Smoky barbecue.
Huh.
Not barbecue, smoky
like that.
barbecue.
I like
Smoky
that idea.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Everyone will think we're prestigious because we are.
We are. Yeah. What kind of hard drive is that? What
I don't fucking know. It's one of those bad ones that you don't give a shit about. That's why it's a fucking coaster.
Seagate?
It doesn't even have a label on it.
Lol Seagate. Lol. I made the mistake of
The
buying a
Seagate
Seagate hard drive.
Barracudas are pretty good.
No. You got to get the
Yeah.
Western Digital Caviar Black.
Yeah, if you've got a fucking pocket full of gold. See, I got the mistake of getting... I was going to get a black one way back in the day when I was building my computer for that other Asus-related thing. And I went to Fry's, which, bad idea. Next time, get it off fucking Amazon because there's no tax and it gets there in a day. I got a green one, and it doesn't say it anywhere on the fucking box because I read all of these. I had like an aneurysm at Fry's going, black, green. I could get more space for the green. The green one, I think, only spins at 5400 because it's an energy saver hard drive.
Well, there are some green ones that are 7200 RPM. There are others that are 5400, and then there are some Caviar greens that are 5400, 6 gigabits per second. Or is it gigabits or gigabytes? It's got to be gigabits.
Yeah.
Because it's a capital G little b, not capital G big B. And then there's other ones that are 3 gigabits per second. Blah 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 blah. You can get a 7200 6 gigabit per second Caviar green.
I don't know. You didn't say it anywhere on the box.
But the bad thing about those is I think they always spool down. Like they're always
That's the thing.
like a
They're
sleep
energy
mode.
savers, so they go down. The blacks are the fastest for writing. Everybody knows this. Unless you want a Velociraptor,
Oh yeah, those
which
things.
spins at 10,000 fucking RPMs.
That's not
Just get an
necessary.
SSD at that point.
Yeah. No, I I don't know. I think I've got like a Western Digital. I don't know what kind of Western Digital I have. I've got the 2 terabyte one because I bought a Seagate for my main hard drive, not my solid state drive. And whenever the Seagate spins down and when it starts up, I can hear it start to spin. It's like boo, and it does that high pitch thing. But then there's like a shuddering. It's like, brrr. I'm like, that's not good.
Doesn't sound good, yeah.
But it does it, and I've never lost data, but I'm like, I don't want to Western Digital for me from now on. So,
yeah.
I mean, it costs a little bit extra. And for a while there, when I built my PC, they were just absolutely butt-fucking people after the tsunami.
Come down on price, and Newegg always...
Well, it was all the tsunami. That was what it did. It absolutely destroyed Western Digital and Seagate.
Wonder why.
Because they can produce it there cheaply.
I know.
Because, Americans don't want to pay. Anyway, we can talk about the Governor Perry bill in Texas, the...
Who won't?
America only. No, we won't. We'll talk more about stupid stuff. Anyway, on the other side of a break, hashtag TNWYC. Tweet us during the break. And the other side of the break, that's not white call. We're going to be talking about a lot more. Hopefully, actually get to some topics. We shall see. We'll be right back.
Tickle my balls.
Nice.
That's not why you called. Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
Welcome back. That's not why you called. Katie started some static. What? What, you didn't like us ripping on you a little bit? You got to rip on us for taking a whiz in the break?
Get coffee.
I wanted to take a pee because I forgot to take a safety pee before the show.
You do have a little girl bladder.
What do you... Fuck you, Chase.
Girl bladder? What?
Oh,
Maybe I have an
sorry.
enlarged prostate. Maybe I have prostate cancer. How do you feel now, motherfucker?
It's on you to get a finger up your butt, not me.
Well, you know what? Sometimes they're not always checking for prostate cancer. I'm just going to stop talking about this.
Wow, okay. Did you see the link I sent you?
No, I did not. What is that?
Click it real quick. This dude who runs the subreddit, fucking, I told you he doesn't link them. He's doing a live one right now on a Google Doc. Apparently, I mean, fuck the topics we've got in the wings. Apparently, he's linked over 30 things already, and we're only halfway through the fucking
That we've
show.
talked about?
Yes, there's 30 things we have hit, and he's got links to all of them.
Well, fuck yeah, it's an awesome show then. We're talking about a lot of things. We're moving and shaking, shucking and
Yeah.
jiving. Woo!
Ain't no one-show pony up in this
Yeah.
biatch.
We're not milking a topic. We're all over the place. Bing, bang, bebopping and scopping, and as
We're like
George
cancer.
Costanza
We
would
start
say.
here, and then we go here and here.
Like Lance
Really
Armstrong,
just
starting his
goes-
balls, then we're in his brain.
Exactly.
Probably because he took steroids.
And he's a dumbass.
That's probably why he got cancer in the first place.
Reddit.com/r/TNWYC.
You can also get in touch with the show via Twitter, #TNWYC. Just add that to your tweets. We
Thought it was
get you
pound.
in on the discussion. Or pound sign Twitter. Okay, for the old school people out there that remember pound sign. Pound.
This episode brought to you by the letter pound.
The letter?
The symbol?
The what?
Because
The-
that was off the Sesame Street.
Yeah.
It's brought to you by the letter M.
right, but the pound sign
It's not a letter.
isn't a letter. It's a character. It's a
No. Robin Hood is a character, Lefty.
Oh.
Oh,
Now you're just
goodness
being a
gracious.
difficult biatch.
Guns loaded.
Bang bang. Anyway,
Wow.
nobody's getting the Cactus Jack reference. Bang bang.
Oh, I did. That's why I'm giggling over
Yeah,
here.
because of Cactus Jack.
Xbox One.
Every time.
Uno. Xbox
Oh yes,
One.
the Xbox One DRM.
Or Xbox.
You know,
One.
I kind of want to talk a little bit about the Governor Perry thing in Texas, the buying, because we were talking about hard drives made overseas, and I just wanted to talk a little bit because not just for the sake of to rip on Perry or anything. I want to talk about just a little bit about the idea of an economy and being totally free market versus maybe a little bit of not free market socialism. Oh my God, socialism! But the idea, a bill was set before Governor Perry in Texas that would have made the state in buying goods, when state bought goods, when the state was buying goods, whatever they buy, they would give preference to companies whose products were made in America. To some extent, I don't know what the exact thresholds were of this many products constitutes a product that's made in America. I don't think it has to all be made in America or all come from America in the terms of produce or anything like that. But for some arbitrary threshold above that, companies would be given preferential treatment. So the government would spend more on or the Texas government would spend more on products made either in Texas or in the greater United States. And I think I've thought for a while that that's a stepping stone for progress in terms of, some people call it isolationism, and you can't be isolated, we're a global economy, blah 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 blah. But it's when you look around at America and how absolutely bent over a barrel the middle class is, maybe the government spending a little bit extra, maybe the government using tax dollars to absorb some inefficiencies in the market to ensure that middle America a lot of the products made by Middle America bought is a maybe not a perfectly sound economic plan, but something.
No, but
and
a temporary resolution towards progress.
And Governor Rick Perry
a
said
little
no.
crutch.
Said no. And the interesting thing,
wait, he said no?
He said no. He vetoed it.
Did he? I didn't read that in the fucking article.
No. Yeah, that was the because I wondered why you asked me about that.
I was like,
you were like, why are we talking about this? They're like, what's the hook? I'm like, because he vetoed it.
I didn't read that in there. I was like, this looks like a good thing. What's the problem? And I seriously went, what is the issue? What am I not seeing?
Yeah, no. Rick Perry said this to that idea.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like,
And the bill, because it's a bill, right?
Yeah, it's a bill.
It's not a law.
Yeah, it's a bill.
Vetoed it. Like,
right, it's not a law yet. It's a bill.
What was it? 23-7, I think, in the Senate. And 145
right, unanimous in the Texas
in the fucking House,
in the House of Representatives in the state of Texas.
That is true.
And the House of Representatives, like if there was any part of government, because the checks and balances of Congress in that legislature, the way the American system is set up, the Senate at the state and federal level, the Senate is supposed to be kind of the old guard. They're supposed to be They're supposed to be the voice of reason. That's why they serve longer terms. That's why there's only 100 of them, at least at the federal level.
Why that fucking CISPA bill got shot down as soon as it hit the Senate.
Right. They're supposed to be the guys that don't really care that much about getting reelected. They're supposed to be the more, let's say, seasoned, reasoned members of Congress, whereas the House of Representatives is supposed to be the melting pot of America and come up with all this crazy shit sometimes, like SOPA, CISPA, all this crap. And then you just blah, blah, and then the House of Representatives, that's why there's so many of them, they vote over, blah, blah, blah. And then the Senate gets with it, they're like, all right, you crazies, we're gonna sort this shit out. And the crazy part is that the House of Representatives was unanimous in it, not the Senate, because if there was any place where you would see a close to unanimous vote, it would be the Senate. Just because of the sheer number of people there, and if they can all, subscribe to the same idea of groupthink.
There's less fucking people. I mean, it's to get 140 people to all say, yeah.
Yeah. And Ryan Keith is asking us on Twitter, #TNWYC, if the Congress in Texas can overrule Perry's veto. I believe they can. I know you can at the federal level.
On the federal level, I know. It's a 2/3 majority.
Right, strict 2/3 majority of Congress to overrule a presidential veto. I don't know what the Constitution of the state of Texas says on that. I'm assuming it's probably similar. I'm assuming there's probably a way for them to overturn the governor.
Fucked up. Just no.
But that's just, I don't know. I think that's always, I've always wondered why we don't do that with the whole idea of, well, there's so many jobs going overseas. It's like, well, Americans can make cars. Americans can make computers. Americans can make heavy machinery. We have been for generations or decades. So why not just tariff the shit out of companies that move jobs out of the country?
But see, that's the opposite of how it is right now. They get a fucking kickback if they go overseas.
Well, right, but the whole idea of giving tax breaks and things to we'll lessen the tax burden on you if you keep your jobs here. How about you can go move your jobs to Mexico or to the Philippines or whatever, but whenever your goods come into American ports, there's going to be an immediate 25% tariff applied to those goods. Fuck you. Are people still going to buy because nobody, then there's going to be this, there's not going to be this, there's not going to be that, there's not going to be these products. It's like, well, people are still going to buy computers, right? People are still going to buy cars, right? People are still going to need to drive around. That's not going to stop.
I say we go a little more hardcore with it. We just get rid of the child labor laws, and we have our own sweatshops in here.
Oh yeah, free market, yeah, man, free market, woo, free market.
Kids got to start young. They get an income at the age of 6. Everybody wins in this situation.
Yeah. Because that was free market. That's always funny when you point out to everybody, free market, man, the free market economy. Oh, so you're talking about unfettered markets, right? And without government oversight. Yeah, that'll solve everything. What about child labor?
No.
Who did that?
Doesn't really work.
Did the government do that? I don't think the government did that. I think that was the robber barons. Ooh, free market, huh? What about the synthetic credit default swap? Not the credit default swap market, which was bad enough. What about the synthetic credit default swap market? Who was that? Was that the SEC? Was that the government that did all that?
No,
Did they have oversight on those markets? Oh no, they didn't. Oh, who lost like orders of magnitude of the national budget in a day? Whoop! Margin calls. We're all fucked. Was that the government did that, or the government oversight? No. That was free market. Oh, free market. Free market. Because we're humans. We're all greedy scumbags.
Capitalism works.
Capitalism. The idea of capitalism works, but also the idea that humans can maybe
socialism also works too.
Well, the idea of maybe somewhere in the between. The idea that yes, we will all try to look after our own goods.
There is no one answer.
But I will try to get as rich as possible, limit my costs as much as possible. But there's also a point where I'm just like, yeah, I got enough money. I'm done. Apple
no one thinks that way.
Legally paid no taxes anywhere for how long?
Like 10 years.
No taxes anywhere. None. Fuck you, Apple. Oh, well, it's in the law. Fuck you. I don't care. Fuck you. Apple, hipster bitches.
Apple's bad. They have so much money and they're just patent trolls. They're suing Samsung again.
Oh, for the rectangular phone?
No, they already did that. They're doing another one for... Fuck, I forget what it is. Something so basic that fucking everything applies to this fucking patent. And it's so broadly out. Kim.com did another thing like that. He had the two-step verification. Mm-hmm. So he started coming at Twitter and YouTube. And he's like, I won't take you guys to court, but if you just give me money to pay for my legal fees, we'll be good. Essentially blackballing them. But the thing is, they're like AT&T and them own the same patent in a different degree way before him. So like patents are fucked up. Patents ruin innovation in
copyrights too.
Country.
Copyrights too. The rights to intellectual property. How long? I remember I was taking a law class and we were talking about copyrights. It was a business law class, and we studied the idea of the panic that ensued when the copyright on Mickey Mouse was coming up. Mm-hmm. And Disney was going nuts because literally overnight, they would no longer have control over the image of Mickey Mouse. No longer they would have control over that. So they were lobbying the shit out of people, pass it. So now I'm unsure on the complete specifics, but I think it's the life of the copyright holder plus 70 years in America. If you copyright something, you own the rights to it, and the unalienable rights to monetize it, to distribute it, whatever. You own those rights for your life plus 70 years. And it's like, well, what?
Fair enough.
Why should people be able to? But technically speaking, somebody could write a song and their estate could be controlling it and profiting from it for 140 years or more.
Michael Jackson.
And that's America. That spurns innovation. Really? Or does it incentivize complacency? Because once you come up with a good idea, you don't have to do anything for 140 to 150 years.
Yeah.
And fuck anybody else that dares try to do anything like that. I don't know. But so that just seems stupid. Disney
bomb going off in Disneyland.
There was a what?
Well, it was a dry ice bomb. It was in Toontown. Dry ice bomb went off by a fucking Disneyland employee.
Okay, so what is it? What exactly is a dry ice bomb? Explain it for the idiots. No, I have no idea.
Oh, wow.
I was going to try to shove it off on other people. Like, yeah, explain that for the idiots that don't understand what a dry ice bomb is, and I don't.
You just take dry ice and put it in a bottle. Close the cap.
Oh, okay. So it just...
And then it starts to, it gets heated up and expand to just go poof, and it's a big explosion.
Right, okay.
It'll
so
take
the pressure...
your hand off if you're holding it, but it's just a pressure thing.
Well, that's all explosives are.
Yes, it's what all explosives are.
Right, but it's completely legal to own and very easy to make. So what was his reasoning for doing that?
I don't know. I don't think he came out with a reason. I think he was fucking around or something was his argument. He's a Disneyland employee.
Was he like... He wasn't one of their Imagineers, was he?
No.
Or he was just like a guy that swept up the dog shit or something.
Something like that. Another fun fact, did you know no one is declared dead on Disneyland?
No one has been declared dead on the property?
No one will be declared. No one has been or will be. If you die at Disneyland, they will carry you off the premise and then declare you dead. They will literally not allow someone to die at Disneyland.
Wow. Because didn't Walt Disney, isn't that a no-fly zone? The whole area around Orlando?
I think so.
Or at least the park.
Yeah, I think Orlando is. I'm not sure about LA because it's awfully close to the airport.
Disney.
He's still alive.
No, he's cryogenically frozen. He's not
He's
alive.
still alive.
He's not alive.
Once we figure out how to reanimate him, he can come back with all his
Right, but didn't you
racism.
hear about what happened to Ted Williams?
No, I didn't. Why don't you film me?
Ted Williams was cryogenically frozen.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, after he died, his son and daughter had a dispute over what to do with the remains. So there was a long time where Ted Williams' body was just kind of there. Not cryogenically frozen, not embalmed, anything. And then he got cryogenically frozen.
He got refrozen.
No.
You're saying when
After
he
when
just
he
laid around.
died, his son and daughter could not reconcile what to do with the body because Williams wanted to be cryogenically frozen, and his daughters was like, no, fuck that. The old man was crazy. We're just going to bury him. And his son was like, I believe I got it right. So it was like, no. He wants to be cryogenically frozen. Let's do that. So for a long time, his body just sat on a slab.
Okay, now is Walt Disney? Did he get cryogenically frozen after he died, or was he still alive at the time?
I don't know.
Really doesn't matter because you die once you're cryogenically frozen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can't let's not talk cryogenically freezing. Not freezing to the point where the motion of your atoms stop.
Yeah.
Where you actually you are preserved in terms of your atomic state or even at the molecular level.
It's not like frozen in a vacuum.
You're just really cold.
Yeah. To the point of where your motor function and things like that are not operating.
And but you still decompose. It just doesn't slow.
It's just very
we
slow.
can't super cool you to the point where everything actually stops because we don't have the kind of energy. But then it came out that at his cryo facility where Ted Williams was cryogenically frozen. Now these were reports, they were never confirmed that I know about, but supposedly they would routinely because his remains were all muddied from his head was off from the rest of the body.
What?
Employees at the cryo facility would take out his head and play baseball with it. Supposedly, this was a story.
I was wondering where Futurama got the floating head things.
Yeah, and so they would take it out of his thing. So yeah, Ted Williams is he's dead and his body's frozen. And even if we get the ability to, he's not coming back to life because
Why would you want that?
Fucked up. I don't know.
It's been 100 years.
Well, no. It was
back.
It was his idea. I mean, his idea to be frozen so he could be reanimated.
Why would you
well,
want
that's
that
cool.
idea?
Hell yeah, dude. If the technology is there where you can legitimately freeze me and I have a legitimate shot of coming back and being reanimated, fuck yeah.
But that would suck ass if it was to the time. If we just go off what it is now, you probably won't have it for 100 years.
Well, yeah, but think about it.
Longer.
He's an athlete. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He couldn't.
But that's the thing. Some point in the future, everyone you know is fucking dead. Maybe you've got a great grandson that stuck around. You're like, I was your great grandfather. Okay, crazy homeless person, because you are now homeless. It's not like you can have a fucking job 150 years in the future.
Maybe he had bank accounts set up. I don't know. I mean, that would be a whole production.
Walt Disney kind of makes sense because he comes back alive. He's like, this is mine.
Well, yeah, but Ted Williams is Ted Williams. He's the greatest hitter and the greatest pure hitter in baseball history.
But who's to say there will be baseball that far in the future?
Who's to say the Walt Disney Corporation will still be around?
Oh, he'll think of something.
All right, yeah, we're just gonna.
I'll think of something. I don't want to be correct.
Oh my God, Xbox One. Let's really talk about something. This is such great.
Topics are over.
This is such great rating.
We covered one.
What do we?
That's how it goes every time.
The Rick Perry asshole.
Oh yeah, we got to that. That was one that's like, oh, that's on the back burner. Maybe we'll get to it. And then no, we got to it. Anyway, we're talking about the Xbox One DRM, and as a result of the fallout from Microsoft's initial reveal and their just completely misguided and completely confusing message about DRM, because there were multiple high up representatives, vice presidents, giving differing accounts of what the Xbox One console will be doing, won't be doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Microsoft's tune up until this point has been like, well, we can't tell you anything about it, but wait for E3. Wait for E3. In the future, we'll tell you. And somebody at a site called, or a forum called NeoGAF, I believe I'm saying that right. got on the idea of like, well, what if we let Sony know that, because Sony hasn't announced anything really regarding DRM. And somebody got the idea, well, what if we let Sony know we don't want any kind of that DRM on the PlayStation 4? And it got to the point where the hashtag on Twitter, PS4 no DRM, was a thing. And people were tweeting Sony executives saying, no DRM. We don't want DRM on the PlayStation 4. We don't want this. We don't want that. You know, it would be great if there was no DRM. Don't restrict used games. Don't let legitimate users jump through. Don't make legitimate customers jump through unnecessary hoops to, you know, satisfy some paranoia about, you know, used games or theft or piracy or something like that. And it turns out that Sony executives have been hearing you. Everybody, if you've taken to Twitter and you've used the hashtag PS4 no DRM, they've seen you. And Sony has said that they haven't said anything of substance yet, but they have made it known that they have heard the idea behind PS4 no DRM loud and clear, and they are going to, or at least they say they're going to, take that into account into their future plans for the PlayStation 4. So, right?
Yes, that's the gist of it.
That's good.
Yes, it is.
That we can, right? Because now, coming up to E3, if I was Sony, because in sports they talk a lot about winning the press conference. When you introduce a draft pick or a new free agent signee or a new coach, you want to win the press conference. You want reporters and fans, after hearing that press conference, to walk away being like, yeah, all right, I'm excited. I got more answers than I have questions remaining, and I feel excited about the future involving this person, winning the press conference. So if Sony wants to win E3, because up until now, all Microsoft has been saying is, well, wait to E3, we've heard you, because even now Major Nelson made a blog post. Wasn't he in YouTube for a while? Major Nelson?
Something like that.
I seem to remember him like in the
He's
early
a big
days
personality, and he got picked up by Xbox.
Yeah, but he made a blog post says, well, we've heard the concerns regarding DRM, and again, in true Microsoft fashion, he says, you'll have to. I can't tell you what we're thinking, so you're gonna have to wait a while, and we'll find out. Which, quick aside, Chiz, what the hell is Microsoft doing? Why can't they say? Why is there this whole? Because after this fallout, I mean, I get the idea of you want to play coy, you want to play aloof until E3, especially about your software. But when there's all these questions and all this fallout, don't you as Microsoft say something? Be like, wait, no.
No, it's exactly why neither of them at the press conferences or hardware unveiling gave a price point either, because you've still got the threat of your competition. If they say, yes, there's DRM, what's Sony going to do? They're going to immediately not implement DRM like they've already vocally said we're paying attention to, because they'll win a lot of people over that way, and vice versa. Maybe if they say no DRM, Sony will go, maybe we can hop on that bandwagon. It's the same reason why there's a price point, because there's still time. Until it's E3, that's where everything is on the table. You got to announce when it's coming out, price point, different models, all that shit at once. Your games. So, Xbox is on, I think Xbox is at 9 a.m. on Monday, and then it's like Sony at fucking 1 p.m. They're not going to like drastically go, get rid of DRM with like 6 hours of time. You know, they've already made their plan of what they're doing with the device and the software. So I think that's why they're not going to say whether it's DRM or not. We still don't know. And I think if they, they've already gotten the backlash. If there's even the thought of there being DRM associated with the Xbox One, they've already been hit with the backlash just from the rumors. So,
but even then, even the backlash, a lot of the backlash is coming from the fact that their own representatives don't know what they're talking about, giving conflicting reports. They're trying to answer these questions, and they're either answering them poorly or conflicting what some other guy said. And it's like, well, what the fuck? Don't you at some point say, hold on a second, this has gone too far. There is blah, 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 blah about DRM, et cetera. Because if I'm Sony, if I'm a representative of Sony and I've got the ear of their presidents and I can actually make changes in their E3 presentation, I'm saying, look, we're going to hire a speechwriter. We are going to make no DRM the focal point of our presentation. Forget your software, forget the games, exclusives, all that bullshit. This console can be, this press conference, this trade show, and maybe even this console generation can be won by making no DRM that the focal point of the presentation, because what you do at that point is you publicly, for all to see, say, Microsoft's trying to fuck you. We're Sony. We got your back. We're not going to fuck you. Right. We're not going to institute DRM. You make that your crescendo. You make the crescendo, and then you say, there's been a lot of talk in social media, PS4, no DRM. You have that on big letters on your screen, and you say, we've heard you. And here are the ways, even if it's bullshit, even if there is no DRM on this, and then you just you win the press conference, and you win E3, just like that. That's what I do.
But why would Microsoft give them that advantage at the gate to all that prep time? They may be doing that now, but if it's still a rumor if there is or not DRM. So Sony, they could waste all this time emphasizing that, and then Xbox says there's no DRM, and then they're kind of like, well, then what sets us?
Well, then Xbox but even then you're at the same place you would be, because if you announce no DRM and Xbox turns around and announces no DRM, you're at the same place you would be if Xbox announced DRM and you announced some form of DRM. You're at the same exact place. There's really there's nothing to lose by risking no DRM. And then you get to play the card of, look, we're going to make a lot of money off this thing and its software. We're going to let GameStop. Because what does that tell GameStop? If you say GameStop, no, we're Sony, we are not going to try to put you out of business, GameStop, and we are not going to try to cut into your profits. We have our profits, you have yours. What is GameStop going to do on a store-to-store level? All of a sudden, Sony, guess what has the big displays?
Yeah.
Guess what's at the front of the store all the time? And in the back, you can get Xbox stuff there, but Sony's where you want to be. If you want to be a friend of GameStop, you want to be a friend of Sony. But anyway, more E3 talk, including what we are hoping for. Is there a Half-Life 3 confirmation coming?
No.
No, there's not. We're just kidding. No. That's just I'm sorry. That's mean. I know it's mean. But on the other side of a break, we are going to be talking about some E3 wants and hopes and dreams that we all have inside of us. That's not why you called. We'll be right back. Hit that like button.
Little farts.
That's not why you called. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
No guitar? You're not gonna riff us? Is that the proper?
Easy.
What was that, Katie?
So don't listen to him. He's getting lazy.
I'm
getting lazy. Why are you getting lazy?
How am I getting lazy? I didn't feel it was necessary to come out every time.
Hmm.
It's just repeated.
Well, you got to do it once. You got to do it all the time.
I
What are you
did it.
talking about?
No, that's not how.
Consistency. Come on.
You're just
Tell that
lazy.
to a rapist.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You condone rape.
Anyway, Chiz, we've been talking about E3.
Yeah, how do you
what are
feel?
your expectations as far as software goes?
Oh, you don't support dogfighting, Lefty.
No, I don't. Because doggies are cute.
Software.
As far as software. Games,
Software.
you idiot.
That's not. Those are games. Not.
Games are
is the
software.
UI.
No,
you're
the
crazy.
UI is the UI. Software is... Games are considered software. Yes, what do you...
Nobody goes software. They go,
Yes, they know.
games.
Yes, they do. They are a software industry. Games are software. The UI is different.
So what are you looking forward to, games-wise, at E3?
What are you looking forward to software-wise? You tell me first.
Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network.
I hate you sometimes. I hate you. Hashtag TNWYC, straighten Chiz out. Games are considered software. Games are considered software. I am not going to budge from this point for the rest of the show.
Okay,
I'll sit here. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Have fun, Al Sharpton.
I will not budge. Tell me that
Okay.
games are software. What are you looking forward
software are you
to?
looking forward to? You're going first.
No, you. Did you just say what software are you looking forward
Yeah,
to?
so you shut the fuck up and go.
I asked you first. All right, fine. There are rumors that Bethesda, not Obsidian, Obsidian, I believe, is working on the new Wolfenstein that we've seen screens from.
No, it's Bethesda.
Is Bethesda?
Bethesda and their actual developer.
Obsidian is the one. Obsidian is the one behind Fallout, the main driving force. Obsidian did Fallout 3. Bethesda did Fallout New Vegas, or is it the other way around? It's one of the two. It's either Obsidian Entertainment did Fallout 3 or Obsidian Entertainment did Fallout New Vegas, and they switched because not many people realize that Fallout New Vegas.
They did New Vegas.
Obsidian did New Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
okay,
too.
so it's Bethesda that is working on a secret project that could be Fallout 4.
Well, they just said, they're, what is it? They stopped. I got them right. Bethesda made Skyrim, right?
Yes.
Okay. They said they're stopping DLC to come out with their next game. That's all they said. But we don't know if everybody's hyped up for Fallout 4.
Please
Don't
be
forget
Fallout
that
4.
there's fucking Elder Scrolls Online in the wings that is still in a beta.
Right,
phase
but there's
for all
somebody
you
else
know.
that's working on Elder Scrolls Online. Bethesda's not going to take over that. Bethesda,
Yeah. I just think you got high hopes for Fallout 4.
I want Fallout 4.
But Bethesda making
Because, hold on, here's why.
Wolfenstein game.
Yeah, they are, well, no, Obsidian's making the Wolfenstein game, aren't they?
No, it's Bethesda. Bethesda is the publisher, and the developers of it are a subsidiary
Okay.
under
Well, anyway.
Bethesda.
I've been watching a series on the same guys that do the Christopher Walken through the Game Society Pimps channel. Everybody should go check them out. They've got a series called Fallout for Pimps, and it is hilarious. Just their kind of dry humor is, and it's not like anything I've seen on YouTube before. It's like a live, it's like a Let's Play, but it's like there's two guys. It's a dual Let's Play, but not co-op. It's two guys
Right.
talking, and their comedic timing, their editing skills. It's really cool, and I want Fallout 4 to come out so that I can try my hand at doing something like that, because I think I have the comedic talent, kind of the comedic talent, some of the comedic talent to do that.
Fishing for compliments.
5% maybe.
I was hoping for 15.
How are you gonna pull that off? You got no one to sit next to you.
I got Katie. I'll fly Katie out here for a month.
Just for that?
Yeah, just record.
But she talks so fucking much.
She won't shut up. Katie, God, stop taking over the show.
She's gonna steal the spotlight from you. It's just sabotaging yourself. At that
But
point.
anyway, Fallout for Pimps is a great series. You should go check it out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I think it's really funny, and I would like to do something like that because I think I'm funny enough to do it. So Fallout 4 is what I'm looking for.
Can I come over?
Yes, you can come over, Chiz. We can do it. We could do that. That's something we could do.
If we had a studio.
If we had a studio, get the Kickstarter going. We'll get a damn studio. We'll get archives. We'll get interns that Chiz and I can hit on. Well, Chiz can hit on. I won't do anything. I won't, Katie. I swear. I won't hit on interns.
Katie gets to pick your intern.
Katie will be my intern. Then I'll hit on and...
Shut up.
Mind. I was going to say boink. Boinking is funny. All right, anyway, Chiz, what are you looking forward to? Software-wise.
New Wolfenstein. Fuck yes.
Where the lead character, they are...
It's the same lead character.
Well, they could be making him, but they were hinting that he's Jewish. Barry Blazkowicz is possibly
I always thought he was Jewish.
Possibly a Jew.
I always thought he was Jewish.
Well, but it's never been confirmed. Because, and think about it, how many prominent Jewish game characters have there been?
But it would make sense if it was, because it's a fucking Nazi-related game.
Well, also, if you paid attention to the lore of actually the Wolfenstein 3D, he was an American, paratroop, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you can't be a Jewish American.
I know that.
New Wolfenstein, but I'm a little scared. I'm cool because it's Bethesda. They make great games. I'm scared because it's not even a reboot, it's a re-envisioning. That's how they said it. And it's like a totally alternative timeline in history. And I think it's sometime in the 60s. And I don't know. I like the 2009 version of it that came out 2009. I actually like a lot of people,
when did that 2009 version come out? Fuck.
That was a couple years ago.
Damn it, dude. Like, I have no idea when the
I have fond
2009
memories of that
version
game. I would listen to podcasts and play it and grind out the fucking stupid multiplayer achievements because fuck you if you put fucking multiplayer achievements in a fucking game. You're grinding. New Wolfenstein, new Splinter Cell Blacklist. They're bringing back Spies versus Mercs. Assassin's Creed 4 kind of, just because I like the series, but I've already bitched about that fucking game enough and how we could just pull shit out of our ass. We've written ourselves into a corner, killed off the protagonist, but it's okay. None of that shit mattered beforehand.
Don't, spoiler alert, I haven't played Assassin's Creed 3 yet.
Oh, I already said spoiler.
They killed off Desmond?
Yeah. He sacrifices himself for the lesser of two evils.
Well, okay. Wow, they've really written themselves into a corner then. Well, they were scared because, if you played the first, like the canon games, not the Revelations, Brotherhood, but if you played Assassin's Creed 1, 2, well, they're canon, but it's like, 1, 2, and 3 was supposed to be a trilogy, that's it. Then 1 was a huge hit. Then they came out with 2, and they were like, and so their eyes lit up and they started doing all this stuff. But the main, let's call it the main games, 1, 2, and 3, you realize that it's like, man, Desmond, it's clear they're setting up Desmond to carry a game, to be an assassin.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's not a good character.
No, and he does a couple assassin-y things. You do some in real world time stuff, and it sucks. It's not. It sucks just because, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just not executed well. And I always thought, I was a huge fan when it first came out. No one thought there would be a second one, but they kind of did because there's glyphs on the bedroom wall that you're in, and you got to see them with Eagle Vision, and it explained, Patient 16 or whatever. I forget what it was. The one before you. And there were
The Truth. Do they still do that, or whatever it is?
I forget what that one was.
Or you have to answer trivia questions, and then you got like a 3-second clip of video, and if you got all the trivia questions at the end of the game, you got to watch
the whole
video.
That great. That was a cool video too, because it was like the forerunners of the previous race of existent life on there. But I always thought, and they didn't fucking do it. They're on the pirates now, and you would
Yarr.
I always thought, and it was the biggest rumor after the first one, the second one was going to take place in fucking Japan or something, and you were going to play as a fucking ninja. They're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Assassins and ninjas or samurais, whatever you want, but ninja, assassin.
No, fuck that. I wouldn't want to play as a samurai. I want to play as a goddamn ninja.
As a ninja, exactly.
Ninjas are awesome.
And they never did that, and we're on to fucking pirates at this point. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Pirates
it's just...
stupid. Well, isn't that because everybody loved the naval combat in Assassin's Creed 3? They're like, oh, well, if you like naval combat.
Did you get that far in it?
No, I never played it because I didn't have the money to buy it on Steam.
The naval combat. I hate it. That's the only part of the game I got stuck at for like a good 30 minutes and had to replay it because there's no checkpoint. It's like, you have to move this fucking giant ship around and then shoot a cannon and hope the arc goes at the right time. But if you don't use the right cannon, it's not going to do any damage. And if they hit you, you're fucked anyway. So goddamn it. I hated that. And if it's like 3, I'm going to fucking kill myself. So bad. And it's so annoying because you already know, I just told you, they killed off Desmond. You would think, after doing something like that, I'm not going to tell you, what happens, because there's a bad thing that happens once you do that. You would think then...
But bad things happen when you kill Desmond?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would think,
I got it.
They would put his father in the Animus. Same genetic DNA, if you want to believe that bullshit that... I mean, it's good story writing. That you think they would use his father to continue the story, the hunting, all this bullshit.
Or he got that one bitch pregnant. Wasn't there a chick that he always hit on?
No. You apparently didn't play Revelations. He fucking stabbed her and killed her.
Oh.
Lucy. She was a double agent. And one of those spirits that you see from 2 possessed his body and stabbed her. And killed her. Yeah.
This is like Matrix level of like convoluted,
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody really liked the first one. Okay, let's do another one. Yeah. Well, what's the story? Fuck, we don't know.
Yeah.
Let's just add a bunch of shit.
1 and 2 were really good, but in 3 was... I mean, people aren't joking when they say it was an hour or 45 minutes before you even see the Assassin's Creed 3 splash screen, and you don't get to play as Connor, the actual assassin dude, for like 3 to 4 hours. You're playing as his father the whole time, and it's setting up so much fucking backstory. But like I said, you would think the story would continue with his father. They got the same DNA, it would work. No, they come out and say, guess what? With the new Animus, you don't have to be of the ancestor to get into their DNA. We can take anybody, because we're all connected essentially from Adam and Eve. We can take anyone, throw them in the Animus, and they can get into Desmond's old ancestral history.
Okay.
And I'm like, are you serious? You just cut the shit out of the whole 3 fucking games.
Wow. Yeah, that's some bad writing. That's some bad plot devices there that you got going on. Okay. So... You are looking forward.
Well, just because I want to see what they do.
Okay.
I really like the story, but I want the new Wolfenstein, Splinter Cell Blacklist. Can't think of anything else. It'd be nice to see a Left 4 Dead 3, Half-Life 3, Portal 3. We're not gonna fucking see any of those because 3 is not on the keyboard at the employees at Valve. There's no 3. It's been ripped off everyone's fucking.
Do you realize how much? Like they've got to realize how much money they can make. They can do anything for Half-Life 3 or Left 4 Dead 3. Anything. And
I've heard Gabe Newell say several times that it's been so long and waited for either Episode 3 or actual 3 for Half-Life that we couldn't make a game to live up to the hype since it's been so long. I'm like, that is bullshit.
Wow. Okay.
Like, really? You make some of the best games.
Well, I just want Left 4 Dead to be popular again, or a new Left 4 Dead game, so I can play that with people I know on YouTube and have it be fun.
I'm going to get back into Left 4 Dead 2 because the modding for that is really extensive.
I remember we tried to play it on bad. Of course.
I think we played regular Left 4 Dead 2. Oh, you were fucking bad. I don't remember.
What are you talking about? No. Screw you. It's you and me against other people, okay? Like you and me against a full squad of people.
Yeah, and we had fucking AI.
So don't even try to be like, Larry, you're so bad. This is my first time playing the game.
Some of that. We should play some of that tonight. I want to play some of that.
We could record.
You want a date? Want a date?
That's your D? Okay.
Yeah, that's my D. All right, I'll put it in your P with my B. Wow.
What?
I said that backwards.
Wow. No, I'm not into sounding. No, I'm not into sounding. No.
Gross.
Katie, I'm just kidding, sweetheart. I won't do anything with Chiz.
You're just kidding. I'm into sounding.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm totally into sounding. Go over here and shove this blast thing on my Johnson hole.
Get your hopes down, but I am into sounding.
Stop it.
No, I'm just kidding, Katie. I won't.
But I don't know.
You're the one that I want.
You're the one I want. I don't know what to see at E3.
Honey.
Did you hear there's $1 billion invested in 15 exclusives for the Xbox One?
Really?
$1 billion in exclusives, 15 or 17 different games, 15 IPs.
Oh, let's talk hardware for a second, because I saw some people asking about that. I did a video about I did Battlefield 3 Livecom talking about the future of console gaming with the coming console, and talking about how games like Battlefield 3, because Battlefield 3 on console, I'm sorry, it sucks. It's awful. Compared to if you played it on PC and then you go to console, or you played it on console and go to PC, they're like different games.
It's pretty shitty.
They're like completely different games. And if you've ever tasted the nectar of PC Battlefield 3 on a decent PC, your console BF3 is ruined. But with the coming consoles, as they take a step forward, that's no longer going to be the case. There's no longer going to be that large of a gap between ambitious titles like Battlefield 3 on console versus Battlefield 3 on PC. So that's something to look forward to. PC gamers are not going to be able to look down on you as much for your chosen hardware's horsepower. But given the specs, Chiz, what would you say the coming consoles are analogous to in terms of a PC? Low-level, mid-level, high-level PCs?
They're high, theoretically, because the way those are built, they're optimized to utilize everything. So they're on par with current-gen PC equipment. Just how they're optimized as opposed to...
Really only running 1.3-something teraflops out of the video?
Yeah. They're on par with what is right now.
With the cutting edge right now?
Not the cutting edge like the 7 Series, but right where we were just before a few weeks ago with the 7 Series iteration.
You sure about that? Because I read that the computing power of the graphical computing power of the Xbox, the rumored graphical computing power, because there haven't been benchmarks, but there have been kind of references to clock speeds. And given what they said, and given the Jaguar architecture and what they can do with that, what AMD can do with that, we're talking about mid-upper level PC.
But see, that's what's interesting, because those Jaguar CPUs, they're 8 cores, hard 8 cores, no hyper-threading, there's 8 cores.
Mm-hmm.
Games across, even PC, we've got 6 cores, we've got 8 cores, we've got hyper-threading. Games only are optimized and utilized for 4 cores. So if developers start making games that take advantage of those 8 cores, then they're going to run better on the consoles at first, whereas on PC we're limited at 4 and 6. You can get AMD 8-core, but it's a little bit better than a 6-core fucking hyper-threaded 3930K.
Okay, because I was just we were talking about graphical power and the rumored technology for the graphics component of these consoles is supposed to be like an AMD, I believe 7790 or 70.
No, that would be poop. Probably a 7990.
No. It's not a 7990. I read it as a 7790.
The 7790 is a poop card. It would have to be a 7970.
But that's what they said. But if it's a 7970, we're talking about a $600-700 console.
But they get it at fucking wholesale and shit like that.
Well, they get it at wholesale, but still. I mean, if you're talking about, if you're going to put that in a console,
they always sell at a loss though. It doesn't matter if that card in there is worth $600 and the CPU is another fucking $250 or something like that.
I don't know.
They have to sell at a loss when they go.
I just read that given the teraflop numbers, the throughput, as the buzz term goes, of the shader output, that we're looking at about a mid-level PC. Which is good. A mid-level gaming PC is good. We're not talking about what you can go get at Best Buy. We're talking about a mid-level gaming PC that's specifically designed, which is still above what the average guy goes to get at Best Buy. Way above that, the average gaming PC. But that's what I learned. And what's more is, now that the Xbox One is going to be running Skype, it can run this software in the background while you're playing a game, download, install while you're playing, while it's going to be doing all these things and using those 8 cores. The consoles no longer get to hide behind that, we run at lower clock speeds and our hardware isn't technically as capable as what is available in most PCs or most gaming PCs. They don't get to hide behind that whole, we have that, but we're doing only gaming. So it's so powerful in retrospect. It's like, no, because now you're doing Skype, now you're doing this and that and all those things. And I'm not a technical guy. I'm sure Woody can explain it a lot better than I can. But my limited understanding leads me to believe it's like, well, that's less of a shield for you now. You have to be like, well.
So we would hope to start seeing things like higher resolutions and higher frame rate and stuff. Like 60 should be the standard now, which is why I thought it was funny during the COD Ghost unveiling. It was like, still at 60 FPS. It's like, really? After all this innovation, you're still running at the same frame rate of 8 years ago?
All right.
Like, that's not a fucking selling point when you start yelling out, still 60 FPS. Like, what do you think? What did you think the audience thought? You were going to drop it to 30 and piss everyone off? Like, it was either going to be 60 or you were going to raise it with the innovation. And apparently
well, now they can
raise it.
The good thing is now they can do more and still achieve a 60 FPS lock.
Yeah.
On their console. Now they can do more. But did you see the image from the COD Ghost reveal of their, well, two things. First, their next generation AI, where they were like, oh, there's going to be all this, there's this new AI that we're next gen AI. It's like, yeah, when you're swimming, we've got this AI that makes the fish swim away from you in unison. And then it cuts to swimming around in the moat in Mario 64.
Yeah.
And the fish swim away from you when you get near them. And then they come back, they calm down, they freak out and swim away, and then they calm down, and if you get near them again, they freak out and run away.
Or just play a fucking bass fishing game and they do the goddamn same thing. It's not like a new thing. I will give, for graphics-wise, the PS4 unveiling, not any of their gameplay shit. I forgot what engine it was they were showing, but they just showed a person as a model, and it looked like life almost for the PS4.
Yeah, but remember, the PS3 did the same thing.
Yeah.
It did the exact same thing with an actor. Oh, gosh. I forgot what he's done, that actor. But it was a prominent actor, or kind of prominent actor, and it was the same kind of, like, look, we rendered his head. And it's like, oh, okay. So games are going to look like that? Whoa, we can render his head like that. Well, yeah, but can you create that in a game world and have it move around in the game world and interact? Well, no.
That's why I didn't really understand the one of the like fucking 3 games that they showed at the Xbox One was the one by Quantic Dream, I want to say, who did like Alan Wake and shit, and it had not IRL, but I'm just gonna say IRL because I can't think of the word, but they had IRL footage. Then it went to that ship going.
Oh,
through
right. Yeah.
Let's get back to the girl in the car. It's like.
I thought it was gonna be Night Trap. I thought they were gonna remake it. Which, come on, if there's any game that needs to be rebooted just for the sake of it, reboot Night Trap and do it the exact same way. Do it real-time footage, like real-time video footage with actors, capture all these permutations that you can use, and just redo Night Trap, please, because I want to play Night Trap again. Because it'd be hilarious.
See, essentially, when you do that, though, you just turn it into one of those books. Go to page 37. Oh, I died. Go back, make another decision, you know?
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Night Trap was so incredibly bad. It was good. It was so awful.
Which is why
you had no choice but to love Night Trap.
I don't know why they showed that, because they emphasized the really good storytelling, and they showed like 3 clips, and 2 of the 3 were in real life footage, and it's like, this doesn't show me anything about how well their story writing is, and this isn't new or innovative. Like, real life footage being implemented into a video game is not new. It's not like we're playing in that situation. That's a fucking recorded thing, and you put it in there as an insert.
And Google Hangouts can suck a dick. Chiz, you're getting hate as we close out another successful episode of That's Not Why You Called. Thank you everybody for joining. I appreciate it if you do leave a like. It does help us out.
Is a poop card. Sorry.
Yes.
It only costs like $100. There's a reason it costs $100.
Yeah.
You play mid. I would say mid level, mid settings on that card.
Yeah, you could play Battlefield 3 on medium settings and get about 50, 60 FPS probably.
I don't even think you can get that with it.
Okay, well maybe 40, 30 easy. You could institute an FPS floor of 30 and probably run it on medium settings. But I mean, hardware tech. People like to joke like, "Yo, you spend money just to spend money." It's like, well, hardware tech is that kind of field where it kind of does make, because there's a reason things are priced the way they are. And yeah, I spent a ridiculous amount of money on a 680 for not really that big of an increase in performance from a 580, but fuck it. I got all the frames now. Until we get sponsored by Asus, and then we'll have dual 780s.
It's no difference than leasing a car for 3 years and then getting the next fucking year's model.
So, I mean, yeah, if you spend money, you can like when you're talking about in the same class of video cards, yeah, you can. Then you start getting into CUDA cores, clock rate, how much VRAM do they have, what kind of VRAM. But when you're talking about just simple differences in classes, yes, I will spend I would much rather spend, if I'm interested in gaming and graphics and smooth operations. Yes, I'm going to spend $350, $400 on a graphics card well before I even think of spending $150 or $200. Just because when I spend $350 to $400, yeah, it might not be the most efficient, but I'm getting kind of the best. So, and if it's true that the next gen consoles are going to be operating on a level akin to the 7790, it works. The card works, and people run games on it. It's not bad. It's certainly much better than what the Wii U has, which is a next gen console.
Yeah, technically it is.
But then my 680 still poops on you. A lot. Lots of poop.
But you can't play Mario on there.
No, I cannot.
No. You can't record it, and you can't post it.
No. Nor would I want to. Because I'm bad at Mario too, just like every video game I ever play. Anyway, that's not why you called. We want to thank everybody for coming out. Dr. Chiz, my co-host, I love you. Maybe we'll play some Left 4 Dead later tonight.
We'll play Left 4 Dead tonight.
We'll play Left 4 Dead tonight.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
already
We'll
arranged.
record it. And yeah, so we'll see. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining. Hit
the like button.
Hit the like button right now. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much.
Everyone who hits like right now, I'll give them a hand job.
Hand jobs from Chiz. You can go to him at Dr. Chiz on Twitter to collect. I am Lefty. You're at my channel. Go ahead and hit subscribe if this is your first time here. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are right here every single week. Maybe not next week. We'll see.
Fuck you.
Bastard. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Right here. That's not why I called. Thank you guys for joining. We hope you enjoyed. We're out. Peace.
Dick balls.
Kudas and the
Yeah. It's
Purple
like gray
monkeys.
is zombies. I don't know. They did
no,
it just to
it's
give
not
it a
purple
campaign.
monkeys. It's purple parakeets, right?
You're racist.
No, I'm talking about Legends of the Hidden Temple. You dick.
I
want to know the different ones. There was green barracudas all the way, or blue barracudas. Fuck, it's blue barracudas, green monkeys, silver something.
Silver Surfer.
No, not Silver Surfer. That was an awful Rise of the Silver
Was it the
Surfer.
rhino?
Bad. No, it's silver something. I don't know exactly what it was. And then I think there's like parakeets somewhere in there, orange parakeets or something like that. But blue barracudas for life. Blue barracudas.
Yeah, if those are the animals
for
or
life.
whatever you want, species you just rambled off, really, how could you not go with the barracudas?
No, but
what
dude,
the fuck
just-
goes with the parakeets?
But dude, the blue barracuda shirt was awesome. I want to get myself a blue barracuda shirt.
Barracuda would fuck up all of those things.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just destroy them.
but I don't know. I just know them from the show.
But why is the cat Mexican? Do we suddenly associate Mexicans as cats?
I don't know. Why?
Like, it's weird. I don't understand. I mean, really, what race would a cat be besides Mexican?
Thank you, Regan Cullerton at Regan Cull on Twitter using hashtag TNWYC right off the bat. Red jaguars, blue barracudas, green monkeys, orange iguanas, purple parrots, and silver snakes. So it was purple parrots, not parakeets. I'm an idiot.
I like the alliteration for some of those, but not the other ones.
Yeah,
Like orange iguanas.
yeah, green monkeys. Like
Yeah.
it
dropped
seems
the
like they
ball
were
there.
going for an alliteration
Like
motif.
red rabbits. Red rabbits.
Or red rockets. And again,
Rocket power.
Katie got it. And then their little stencil image could be like a dog. And they could be the
Wow.
red rockets. Oh, come on, that's comedy gold. That's gold, Jerry. Come on, baby. Don't
Gold
even.
was Gamer, not Red Rocket.
That's
Gamer.
gold, Jerry.
Gamer was gold too. Okay.
No.
Red rockets and Gamer gold. Comedy gold.
Way too easy.
And comedy
Red Rocket
bits.
is
Yar.
bronze at most.
Red rockets is
Oh, bronze.
bronze. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like a participation medal.
I got like 6.5 from
What's
the
the
German
point?
judge. Wow. Fine, Katie. Biatch.
Whoa!
Well.
Shots
What? No,
fired.
she's shooting down red rockets. That's a great name.
She's shooting down red rockets.
Oh my
You didn't
god.
even mean to
There
do
we go.
it, and
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
Yeah. That's why it's comedy gold, baby. Come on, red rockets. Patent pending. sticks.
I guarantee. Oh, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna file a patent claim on Red Rocket.
RedRocket.com. Oh, okay. It's like a toy store. That is a horrible branding. It's like Fisher Price shit.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's like a pedophile's website. It's got to be.
No. Yes, buy your toys from my store.
Oh, that baby rattle looks sad. It's not even a happy face on the rattle. It's kind of like.
That's because it's the baby rattle of rape.
Just
because
awful.
it's a store run by a pedophile, so it's the baby rattle of rape.
I've just entered myself into an NSA watch list after going to that domain.
Yeah, right. It's the FBI. The FBI. They're
out
done
redrocket.com.
circulating thousands of images of child porn to entrap middle-aged men into getting them arrested, and now they're coming after you with Red Rocket.
But why would a pedophile go with Red Rocket? That's more of a. I gotta think.
Bestiality.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe he's a retard.
I don't know. But did you see that? Did you see that the FBI circulated thousands of images of child pornography to try to entice people to come to their website, and then they arrested them for coming to the website?
They didn't do it as smooth as Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen is so smooth when he catches pedophiles. Just like, why don't you take a seat right here? Have some lemonade. Have a cookie. You're not gonna get in any trouble. We're just gonna chit chat. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? God, I miss that show.
Oh, do they not do it anymore?
I don't think so.
But I'm talking about.
He does.
But Chris Hansen isn't the FBI. He doesn't have police
No,
powers.
he said no. That's why he just says you can go because he can't do anything. He's just a broadcast host or whatever you want to call him, reporter, I guess.
Yeah, but the FBI is like basically telling people like, hey. Here's child porn. Look at it. You looked at the child porn? Fuck you, you're arrested. Ha ha, FBI.
They do borderline of entrapment.
Yeah, they do the same thing with Islamic extremists in the U.S. Like somebody, if there's some radical imam, and I know it happened here in Chicago, I think like a year ago, I want to say a year and a half ago, there was a guy who was getting kind of uppity at like at some mosque in the Chicagoland area, and he was saying some pretty radical things, and the rest of the people that were there to to worship their faith were like, "Whoa, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? This is crazy." And apparently, an FBI agent infiltrated that and started talking to him like, yeah, jihad against the American, blah, 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 blah. You should blow somebody up. And the guy was like, yeah, I'll blow something up. And then the FBI agent was like, here's some explosives to do it. The guy's like, I've got explosives to blow shit up. The FBI agent's like, no, you don't. You're arrested, motherfucker. Ha ha. It's like, well, what crime did that guy commit? He was clearly entrapped.
Like, if you're undercover, you can be, what is it? Associated with the crime that you're helping someone commit.
Aiding and abetting?
Yeah, essentially.
An accessory?
Accessory, that's what I was looking for. Yeah. I just used that word like 2 hours ago and I completely forgot it. Mm-hmm. Like, go ahead, here's some bombs, here's a map to the Capitol. Go about your day. Oh, wait, I got a badge. Oh, you got me.
And then you can always tell this by when you read like these reports, like when you read like, terrorist arrested, terrorist plot foiled, and then you read down, and then it's always at the bottom of the article. They never put it at the top. I don't know why. I don't know why reporters haven't seized on this and actually started writing about all the weird kind of entrapment-like things that the FBI is doing, or other agencies. But always at the bottom it says the attempted terrorist was never, like, nobody was ever in danger because he was only in contact with FBI people, and they had complete control over what he was getting in terms of explosives or arms and stuff like that. So there was no real danger. It's like, well, wait a minute.
Maybe that guy would have never committed this crime,
right? If you're,
had the FBI not been abetting him.
If you're the only people that are talking to him and the only people that are supplying him all these things, how can he be accused of a crime? Mm-hmm. What? But I don't know.
I don't see how it's not true.
White people feel safe because of it. So white liberal motherfuckers go nuts. Like, yeah, got brown people. Brr. So
your Carlin references go over the heads of PK all the time. I catch them every time, and every time I hear one, I giggle a little bit, and they're like, it's Carlin.
Oh, I think I did one.
You brought up the white one. It makes white people feel safe. And of course, right. Given your tag, they jumped on that like fucking flies on shit.
They're like, oh, see, yeah, you're only caring about white people. It's like, no, I'm making a Carlin reference. Yeah. Sometimes they don't get it. They're not as big.
But on the flip of that coin, you make a good Carlin reference that makes them giggle, and then you don't tell them it's Carlin, and they think you did it, and you look witty.
Well, yeah, but then I get yelled at on Twitter like, you didn't properly reference your Carlin quote. Like, I didn't think I had to.
Do you seriously? Like, anytime someone makes a pop culture reference?
No, I do that. People get yell at me when I quote Carlin stuff. Like, if I have a couple beers, right, and I'm quoting Carlin stuff, like, because I'm watching his specials or something, people are like, why are you trying to act like you're George Carlin? It's like, I'm not. I'm quoting
Hey,
him.
if it's in quotes...
But even if it's not, it's clear that it's George Carlin. I've never said that I'm that witty. I'm not that smart. But people yell at me. They chirp at me like, you. So that's why now I started, whenever I post something from Reddit that I saw on Reddit, I always put in parentheses from Reddit. Just so because I don't want to deal with that kind of idiocy. Just people being like, man, you got this from Reddit, didn't you?
You're nothing but big words and Carlin references.
That's all I have.
Here's something that's funny.
Big words and dictionaries. That's going to be the title of my autobiography.
The national spelling bee thing that they have for all the kids, the big one or whatever, they're now requiring you to not only know how to spell the word, but also to define the word. And I don't think it's a big deal because part of the format of that is...
Stop it!
Lefty's not a Photoshop guru.
I am not, because I don't have Photoshop.
What do you use for your thumbnails?
Sony Vegas. And Google
that's right.
Search.
You told me that. Fuck that. It sounds like such a pain in the ass.
It's actually not.
Do you drop it in and then hit the save thing as a JPEG?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I do if I want to get a still on a video.
Yeah, because I don't have Photoshop and I don't want to torrent it or download it because number one, that's piracy, and number two, you can get a virus that way, and I don't want to deal with that shit. So I'll just wait. Fucking Photoshop's expensive, dude. It's like what, $600?
$600-700.
It's around that, but do we pay for anything nowadays? It's kind of just given to us by the government. I put Photoshop in that group right there.
Oh yeah, no, but I plan on getting Photoshop. My plan has always been that if it gets to the point where, because I don't want to be running my business solely on pirated software, okay? So if it gets to the point where Photoshop is a real thing, I will justify the expenditure. I'll pay whatever Photoshop costs to get it and to make thumbnails. But just right now, I can't justify the expenditure. That's all. So I'll use Sony Vegas and Google Image Search. And I like using Google Image Search for my thumbnails.
Well, who doesn't use Google Image Search for the thumbnails?
Well, no, but it's just like I get to make...
Nobody's drawing anything for a thumbnail.
Well, I get to make pop culture references. Well, sometimes, they just use the vector, the vector starburst, and then they just put the frickin' text and then an image of themselves, and they call that a day, which is perfectly fine. It's past my capabilities with Vegas, but I get to make like little subtle pop culture references. I mentioned Wayne's World and
Sticky Bandits,
the Wet
Bandits,
really which were two different references.
Yeah, from two different movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought was funny. How many people would actually get those references? Because those came out when I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I saw them, but I don't know if kids nowadays would go back and watch those movies. They're classics, cult classics for sure. But I wonder how many people got those references.
Oh, I think some
Home Alone 2 and Home Alone 1.
Home Alone 1, they were the Wet Bandits.
Yes, they were.
Don't even no.
Home Alone 3 was hilarious.
Home Alone 3 doesn't even fucking exist. No.
Oh, no.
No.
Home Alone 4 doesn't.
Which one was Home Alone 3?
Home Alone 3 was the one which had a different kid. It didn't have what's-his-face in it.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. And it had, it was just a kid. He was claimed for crying wolf. Nobody believed him. And he's like, I'm going to take care of this myself. And booby-trapped the house. And the bad guys were frozen in the pool at the end.
So it was Home Alone 1, Part 2.
No.
With a different kid.
He had better traps.
There was a Home Alone 4?
Yeah, there was. From what I vaguely remember, it was a rich kid in a mansion.
Wow. Okay.
And the nanny was the bad guy.
No.
Butler was a good guy, like most butlers are.
Yeah, Butler's always good guys. No. Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2. Even Home Alone 2 was kind of a stretch.
It was because there wasn't enough. I don't think there was enough. Actually, in both those movies, there was. I wish there were more booby traps and shit going on. There's like an hour of lead up until the really funny shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Like in one, he's alone and doing shit. Come on. And John Candy made his appearance in the first one.
John Candy, he was the God. What was?
I freaking looked it up. Hold on.
Look it up. What was the name of his? Right, because every time we think about it, I'm like, what's the name of his band that he was in the Ryder truck? Oh, He was a polka guy, the polka king.
He was the polka king of
He
something.
was
Something.
Gus Polinski, the polka king of the Midwest.
There you go.
John Candy for no reason. He's like, hey, I'm on my way to shoot Cool Runnings.
John Candy was awesome, like Uncle Buck, all that shit.
Uncle Buck is great.
Oh my gosh,
Great.
Uncle Buck.
Him and Chris Farley. The fat ones that do coke always go first.
Well, did John Goodman go because he did blow, or was he just really?
John Goodman's alive. What are you talking
No, John.
about?
Sorry, not John. John Candy. My bad.
I don't think he did blow.
No, he was
really
just
fat.
a big fat guy. He had a heart
Yeah,
attack.
but Chris Farley did.
Chris Farley did a lot of coke. Was it John? Or, which one's the unfunny alive one? Is that
John
John Belushi? Or
Yeah.
Jim Belushi. John Belushi's alive. Jim Belushi did a lot of coke, and now he's dead. And his unfunny brother is running around. I represent Chicago, back in the yard. Awful. If you ever see the unfunny Belushi brother, punch him in the balls. That shit was awful. Stop running around. There's
Belushi?
Chicago.
They're allowed to ask
Mm-hmm.
right up, can you use it in a sentence and can you define the word? So what good are they asking for the definition of a word if they don't already know the definition associated with the word?
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, people are like up and I was like, oh, this is bullshit. I'm like, well, what is the point of knowing how to spell a big word if you don't know what the fuck it means? The point of those things is to increase your vocabulary.
So you know so you know where to use it.
Yeah. What good is it to spell fucking chrysanthemums if you don't know what they are?
I was in a school spelling bee once in elementary
I was
school.
too.
I got knocked out.
Failed.
I got
Yeah.
knocked out.
I don't know why they picked
Galaxy. I was in
What?
third grade. I was in third grade. Fuck you. Okay?
And since that time,
And since that time, every time I see the word galaxy, I'm like, "Urgh, galaxy,
like,
you
I'm
mother.
not gonna let you get me down. You give me another chance. I'm gonna just read the
Yeah,
thesaurus every day.
I got galaxy. That was, I thought it was Galixy. And I was so proud of myself. And they were like, wrong. And I'm about to be like, fuck you, teachers. And then I'm like, no, damn it, I was wrong.
Galaxy.
Galaxy.
I.
Because galaxy, I was
Yeah.
overpronouncing.
Except it's galaxy.
You're right, it's galaxy. It's not galaxy. But I
Yeah.
thought it was galaxy at the time because I was in third fucking grade, you asshole. God. And now I've read a thesaurus every day so I sound smarter than I actually am.
He's never
Okay?
been the same since then.
Never been the same.
Imagine what he could have been had that not stifled his growing as a child. That one spelling bee competition. You could have been a senator.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are probably going to be asking why Hutch isn't here and why his cousin Catatonic Hutch is not here. We made a.
I'm tired of doing the fucking voice.
That's why. That's the only reason why. Because so many people were loving Catatonic Hutch that we kicked regular Hutch off the show. And I came to Chiz. I was like, dude, I just kicked Hutch off the show, so so you can do Catatonic Hutch all the time. And Chiz was like, I can't do it. So
It takes a lot out of me.
Blame Chiz.
Seriously does. It's funny. Somebody did like the statistics. Somebody did a breakdown of. I like these stats, like the appearance percentage on the show. I don't know if you saw it. I tweeted it.
Okay.
You were 100% for obvious reasons. I was 85. Katie was 80, and then Hutch was 40. But then they had Catatonic Hutch there at like 10%, and then there was Wings. And I'm like, wow, Catatonic Hutch has been here a quarter. The
Almost
amount
a
of
fifth of the
regular
time.
Hutch.
Oh, a quarter of the.
Well, Hutch was 40.
And Catatonic Hutch was what?
It was 10.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I just got tired, you know?
You can't
it's
do the voice.
It's hard to come up with those lines. On
No.
the fly, none of it's scripted. I mean, that might
No.
blow some minds.
This
None
is
of it's
all off the
scripted.
cuff. This is improv. Nixon
Yeah.
buying dope on a subway. Go.
All right, he's on the subway, and he's buying dope.
I'm
He eats
not
the
a
dope.
crook. That's my only nickname.
He smokes the dope, he gets hungry, and now he's at a gas station with banana. Toss it over to Katie.
I don't know. I don't do this.
Nixon's confused. He doesn't know what he's doing with the banana. Throw it over to the lefty.
Hi, pilgrims. I'm John Wayne, pilgrims.
See, that was funny because that's how they do a lot of improv things. It's just like that. You just throw back and forth. But then I took it and I started bopping around like this, and Lefty caught on to what reference I was making.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got it. I know. Yeah. See, that's why you're on the show. No, Hutch is a busy dude. And so, sometimes things get busy. And so we thank Hutch for his time and for the foreseeable future. He's I don't know if I don't think as of right now he's going to be a part of the show.
No bad blood.
Nope. No bad blood. It's just people get busy. That's the way things are.
I was busy for the second episode.
And I kicked your ass off the show. I kicked his ass off the show the second episode because his internet went out, right? Like, his internet went out. There's nothing he can really do about that.
Yep.
But he texted me, like, I think like half an hour before the show. And I was like, off the damn
Been
show.
Paying for it ever since.
Yeah. So.
Katie also wasn't on that show.
Was she not on the show? Is that the one I did
that was
solo?
Your solo. Yes.
I did that one solo. 45 minutes. God, that was a pain in the ass. With that bright red background we had, it was awful.
Those were nice. Those really took away
awful.
from looking at the camera.
Oh yeah. No, those are so. Like, I remember watching. Like, I would watch the VODs. I'm like, oh, it's so.
For you. The president.
That's not why you called. Hosted by Lefty,
I deserve to be blown.
Dr. Chiz.
One, your chance.
Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. It's That's Not Why You Called.
And here we go.
Oh, that's not nice, Mr. Chiz. That's not nice at all. Anyway, welcome to That's Not Why You Called, episode number 6. Welcoming all of you. I am your host, Lefty. I am flanked, our lovely producer is flanked by Dr. Chiz, my co-host. You can follow him at Dr. Chiz on Twitter. Also find his YouTube link in the description. And our lovely producer is at Little Miss Katie. She is Katie. Katie, hello. Say hi. She does a great job. A lot of people say shit. A lot of people, like, is it every week that we have to explain exactly what Katie does on the show?
She's supposed to talk, right? A lot.
Yeah, right. She's supposed to talk about things and and talk about topics that we bring up. No, Katie's.
See, the problem is she's an expert in mythology, and we don't really dive into those topics.
No. She's also got a minor in mathematics. It's weird. So
all theoretical shit.
If we want to talk about,
if
we want to talk about Taylor series, she's all about it. She's like, oh, let me tell you a thing or two about Taylor series. But talking about video games and YouTube and I don't know, any of the other stupid crap we talk about, she's just like, nah, whatever, plebeians. Plebeians, I give
right over her head.
She does this a lot too. She does when we reference things like, we're like, Katie, what should we talk about? And Chiz and I throw her on a deal. She says, plebeians, do not even.
How dare you
come to me with those trivial tidbits.
When we get to string theory, though, she'll be like, I'm on board now.
String theory, yes, we can talk about that. Anyway, if you want to get in touch with the show, hashtag TNWYC on Twitter is how you talk to us and how you say hello and all those great things. We'll see it. Katie, no, Katie actually does a lot for the show. She manages or keeps an eye on the hashtag TNWYC Twitter feed. That's how you get in touch with the show. Obviously, you have the comments on YouTube. But this is a more direct way, and she keeps us on time. She keeps us going to breaks, and she was actually admonishing me for being almost late to starting to the show. She was like, because we were making fun of her before the show started about being a producer, and then she was like, "Oh, really, motherfucker? 1 minute to the show starts. Where you at?" And then 30 seconds, and then you better like get your hurry and get your fat ass up. So
she got snippy.
She got snippy. So
put it polite.
What? Oh, okay. Make me look like the bad guy. Right.
She made Stalin look like a good guy.
Stalloon? Is that like Stalin's
I
cousin?
said Stalin.
Okay. Oh, because you had a cigarette in your mouth that sounded stupid.
Well, he might be the Mexican equivalent of Stalin.
I am Stalloon.
Stalloon.
I am Joseph Stalin's cousin, Stalloon.
I want to get right into the tangent right away. I went through. I know you don't care about the game, but I'm going to give you the scenario. I was playing Risk Factions, and they have a campaign mode, and it's a different version of Risk. Can
you at least take the cigarette out of your mouth so you can?
I can enunciate with anything in my mouth. Not the first time I've said that, by the way. And you verse different things, like you verse humans, giant cats, robot zombies, and then Yetis. When you get to the cat one, for some reason the cat is Mexican or Latin descent because he's saying C. I thought that was a little weird / racy.
Wait, so wait, why are you fighting gigantic kittens in Risk again?
I don't understand it either. There's different races. Instead of just the colors, they give them an actual race and associate things with them.
It's like the blue bear